Oh, hold on. For some reason, you're off. Yeah.
Did
So
you kick
you're gonna have
me
to
off the
start all
stage
over
for the
again.
start of the? I feel like this is the most fitting way to
Here we
start
go.
100.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. So,
Am I in? Am I in? Oh, so I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Did y'all listen to my intro? No.
no.
Ah, come on. But anyways, let's go back. Hello, welcome everybody to our 100 episode. Yes, we finally have reached such an awesome milestone. We are here. Let's have some fun because tonight I heard a rumor that we're gonna have 5,000 guests, and my source is some dude. Yes, that some dude is pretty famous out there in the Twitter world. Let's go, let's go. Oh, man.
What did we reach again, Crazy?
What? Wait, 100 episodes. What? Did I say something wrong? What did I say? I said
it's not working. Hold on.
What you do? Wait, am I out again?
Hold on, I'm trying to do something. Okay, try it again. Oh, here we go.
So wait, I have to redo my intro again?
No, just say. Okay, we reach 100 episodes.
Oh, you're gonna throw sparkles out there? Yeah, I could have done that.
This is bad.
This is bad. Okay, let's go. Follow me. Oh, shit. It's everywhere now. Crap. But anyways, yeah, let's spray some foam, guys. It's
all
foam.
sorts of turbulence.
Stars.
My goodness, man.
It's foam.
Is that what you sprayed on your PS5?
Yeah, that's what I sprayed on my PS5, and I sprayed it all over him. But anyways, we're on Flight 100. We're finally here. We're going to have 5,000 guests. Let's go, and let's start off with our amazing guest, first timer on the show, and thank you so much for joining us, Mr. John Wolf. How are you doing today, sir? And
What's going on, guys? I just want to say, first and foremost, congratulations, guys, on 100 episodes. That's a amazing accomplishment. A lot of dedication, guys. So salute to all of you. Thank you for having me on, guys. Honestly, I'm honored to be here. You guys needed some guests, and to have me on, it means a lot. So I do appreciate that. And as far as what I'm playing, Lou, I'm playing right now Prince of Persia, the Lost Kingdom. I've been playing that for close to, I think, almost a month already. And I just finished Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the main campaign. So that's something that me and my co-host Kay Asante, that we do a show on Mondays. We want to do kind of like an Assassin's Creed run through in chronological order. So I was able to crank out Odyssey, and other than that, man, just sitting back, enjoying the salt, getting a little bit salty myself, man, on Twitter, and we got some good news and big topics to chat about. So thank you again, guys, for it's honestly an honor.
Oh my God! What is going on?
today?
Okay, you're back. What is going on?
I don't know. Sorry, I think you want me off the show today, but it's okay. It's okay. No worries, man. No worries. I know I've been off for 2 weeks. I know I was away. I missed you all. To be honest, I really.
Let me make sure. Is everyone in? Okay.
Yeah, everybody's in. Everybody's in. And now for our welcome back guest that's been on here before. The awesome, the beautiful. Look how handsome that man is. Joey the Phantom Kraken. How are you doing, brother? What have you been playing, sir?
Oh man! Every time I say it's all going downhill, guys. I'll just sign off. Apparently, I'm not bringing any luck to the show.
The turbulence.
It's good.
You're fine. This is the 100.
Look at that. Look at even that gorgeous smile pause on TV. Man. Look at
he looks so excited.
He looks excited, man. He looks excited. So, but while Joey comes back, let me go real quick to this 3-month member comedy class at Zero. Thank you so much, brother, for being part of this awesome podcast. What's it called? I don't remember what it's called. Forget it. But anyway, thank you, brother, for being part of it for 3 months. And
hello.
There you go. He's back.
Bro, conceal the super chats later. How you doing, handsome man? And what you been playing?
First of all, happy 100 to everybody. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
I love you guys. Even though I'm not in the chat all the time, I'm always lingering. I'm always watching afterwards, after work, and things like that. Today, as a big event, everything could go wrong. Technical issues. My internet just went to shit like 5 seconds ago. I don't know what's going on today, but it's gonna be a great show. What have I been playing? Well, I finished Gears of War 3 again, like for
Nice.
the 40th time
Nice.
yesterday. I started my fourth run through of Hi-Fi Rush, and I've been playing a little bit of a point and click game called Goosebumps, the video game. That's what I've been playing.
Goosebumps.
Yeah.
There's a video game,
That-
Goosebumps.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's a point and click game.
Those games are actually pretty good.
They
Is it-
are. It's
is
a
it
point and click
scary?
hard. It's a hard puzzler.
Yeah.
Well, there's some jump scares in it. I was surprised about it.
Really?
But it's not scary. It's that kind of spooky, childish scary. It's fun.
All right. And Joey, thank you for coming out again, hanging out with us. Really,
Thank you for the invite.
really appreciate it. Now let's move forward to our sexy, handsome captain, Silent Cypher. How are you doing today, sir? And what you been playing?
Is it a bad thing if every time you say that it makes me cringe a little inside?
Just, it makes you feel good.
Are
man.
you hitting
It's-
on me, Louis?
No.
It's great to see you all today. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with us. It's 100 episodes. It's weird that we're here. Obviously, we'll talk about it later, but yeah, I don't think for me, I don't think that I would have pictured us being here where we're at now. So it's awesome. Thanks for everyone hanging out with us.
All right. Now, Sourblow. I know you missed me saying that. How are you doing today, sir? And what you been playing?
Oh man, I'm doing great. Super excited. I can't like silent. I can't believe, 100 episode. That's wow. It doesn't sound that huge, but when you start podcasting and you see how things go, it kind of does feel like a huge milestone. So thank you for everyone for the support. This has been an amazing ride, and hopefully, we can continue. Unfortunately, now it's not gonna be Xbox International. I guess it's now we're third party and third party
No, we're
international.
not. We're always gonna be Xbox International.
Listen, I have a recommendation for you guys. It's a
Internationally
name.
third party.
It's a name that's not taken. You guys will have first at it. Ouya International. So with that,
Sweet.
you guys will be good there.
Do you think we could get the rights to
Well, yeah.
the Soil Boy song?
Oh, for sure. That's gonna be the intro. I'm telling you, if you guys rethink this, you guys are gonna go far with it.
I mean, that song itself might bring in a few subscribers.
And speaking about subscribers, look over there, that handsome man that he does all these movies as. What's the guy's name that does those cool movies from American Pie? I forget his name.
Oh, come on, man.
Jason
Come on, Louis.
What's his name? Jason what?
Biggs.
Jason Biggs, our best baseball player out here, Big Plume. How are you doing today, sir? And what you been playing?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be here for the 100th episode. I haven't been around for all 100, but it was really awesome just meeting you guys and being able to be here for 100, and just always a fun time Wednesday night, especially seeing whatever shenanigans Crazy gets into. Especially liked when he fell off his chair and everyone saw his underwear. That was a good episode. But yeah, I know. Happy to be here. I've been playing. I finished up Prince of Persia, a great Metroidvania side-scrolling action platformer. Love that game.
Yeah.
And I've been playing Banisher's Ghosts of New Eden, which is really, really cool. The story has grabbed me. The combat's fun. It kind of reminds me of God of War in the way that it plays. Like, it even has the same loading where you're like crawling through walls and stuff to get to the next thing. It's literally almost like a clone.
You're not the first one that has told me that. Kei Asante actually told me that this past Monday on our show. So that sounds promising. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a great game.
But anyways, before anyone asks me, because we have someone pump in here, which we don't care about, but it's okay. See, Shadada, that's a good joke. Eternal Shaddai! How are you doing, sir? How you been? Tell me what you've been playing.
Really? Should I answer that question? I don't know how you guys managed to hold on for 100 episodes with that guy.
It's a
And the thing,
mystery.
just in case, I'm Eternal Shaddai. Yeah, I'm Eternal Shaddai, and I'm with Elvio doing the XBI podcast in Espanol on Fridays, which is something that Crazy Louis doesn't like mentioning for some reason, or Sourblow.
No, I mentioned
Wait
every
a
time.
minute.
You don't mention nothing.
I mentioned it on
Guys,
Monday.
guys,
I
back
mentioned
me
it on
up
Monday.
here.
Sourblow is on Wednesday.
Yo,
So
ask
stop
Elvio.
stealing.
Elvio is in the chat. He'll let you know. Anyways,
Elvio
other
doesn't
than
stick around to the end.
Oh.
I defend
I
myself. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Other than that, welcome back, Crazy Louis. After you visit whatever Germany place.
What do you mean whatever, man? I was traveling,
He escaped prison
Yeah,
for
you
what?
know what? I travel.
travel.
The only travel that I do is from my house to work and back. That's the only travel that I do.
I do that every.
And I call that Australia. Anyways, other than that, congratulations.
That's fine.
I really do appreciate it, for the opportunity, but also for, the 100. Me playing, well, I did play Darksiders 2, finished that, and now I'm playing quiet.
What's he playing? Cheating? Because that's all he does is cheating Halo.
He,
But
he had
anyways.
like 3 years.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Please do not play with them Halo Infinite because I have to carry them anyways. I've been playing Miasma Chronicles.
Okay, that's good. Okay. But before anyone asks me, let me go real quick through these awesome super chats that came in early on the show. And let's start off with Sitla with an amazing, awesome, beautiful $2 super chat. He says, happy 100 episodes. Here is to 100 more. Thank you so much, Sitla, for that super chat. And thank you so much
man.
for
Cheers.
telling us that for 100 more, man. I'm telling you, it's not going to be 100. It's going to be probably 1,000, man. I mean, we're going to get over this. I mean, we're going to be running in here with our canes and everything and talk about video games probably, even though we'll probably get blind by then. But, oh, well, let's see. Technology works, right? So, anyways, let's keep on going. We have Adidas 20 with a $5 super chat. He says, happy 100. Thank you, Adidas 20, and thank you for that amazing $5 beautiful super chat. And again, he comes around again with another $2. Amazing, beautiful, awesome super chat. And he says, oh, shy. I can't say that. I said shy because I read shy, but yeah. He says, Joe in the building. Yeah, I mean, look at that handsome man. We got to have that handsome man in that episode, man. We got to have him in here. He's so handsome. But anyways, anyone want to ask me how am I doing or anything?
How you doing, man?
Do you feel awkward now, Joey? Like I do?
I miss Plume, Sour, and Silent only, but when he's here, God, jeez, man.
What do you mean when I'm here, man? I mean, when I'm here, man, I'm telling you, I bring that energy. And I get, I'm positive.
I don't know how long it's gonna last that seat compared to last time that you fell backwards. So
it's cracking, but yeah, I gotta order a new one pretty soon.
What's the weight limit?
It says I think it's up to 300 pounds or something. I'm not there yet, but I'm good.
You don't take that thing.
So, Louis, what's up with you? What have you been playing, bro?
Yo, I can't believe Joey gotta jump in.
Well, Joy, I've been traveling. That's what I've been playing. I was traveling for 2 weeks, and actually, I had fun with Rotato because Silent told me it's on mobile. I said, okay, let me buy it. So I played it on the plane, played it, whenever I could because just walking and visiting places and getting to know new things, it was tough. I couldn't bring my baby. My baby is too heavy for me to take on my back. But yeah. Other than that, man, everything good, man. Everything good. Happy to be here for the 100 episode. So happy that Valentine's Day came on the same Wednesday, so it got moved over here so I can be here for the 100 episode. I was worried about that, but yeah, super excited. Let's get this show on the road. Let's have some fun. And man, I'm happy we're in 100. And oh man, John Wolf with an amazing, beautiful, awesome $5 super chat. Says, congrats on 100. Oh yeah, international. Let's
Let's go.
go.
That's gotta be a thing now, guys. It's done. It's done.
It's done. It's
gonna be
sealed.
okay. Oh yeah. All right. Let's go. Sour. Wait. I'm kind of lost because I've been off my track.
I'm not surprised.
Give me Sour. It's time for the flight itinerary, right?
Yeah, which you just sit down, relax. I have a few questions I'll be asking here and there, and you guys could ask questions. This is gonna be all over the place.
All right.
It's 100 episodes.
Oh, free for all! Yay!
No, not you. So, Captain, take it away.
All right, Captain.
Captain is experiencing some technical difficulties at the moment.
Again, another technical.
I have a feeling there's gonna be a lot of turbulence on this
We're
one.
gonna have a lot of
yeah.
turbulence on
I think
the
you
show.
definitely have to name this episode the Gremlins episode.
I mean, oh, there you go. Look at that, Captain. Go for it.
Or do we have snakes in the plane?
There you go, yeah.
Do we need Samuel Jackson?
You gotta say pause after
man.
that, though.
That's a
Ah!
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Sour has turned on the subscribe button. Please stow your food and beverages next to your desk underneath the seat in front of you. Please take your seat and fasten your seatbelt. Also make sure you've hit that like and subscribe button as we take off. We gently remind you that smoking and drinking are not prohibited on this flight. However, changing tune about games that you weren't previously interested in the slightest, just because they're now on your special little plastic box, is strictly prohibited. If you have any questions about our flight today, please don't hesitate to ask one of our flight panelists. Thank you.
That's a hard turbulence right there.
That was a good intro, man. That was a good
Oh,
intro.
man.
That was a hard turbulence.
All right, let me go real quick and shut up the chat. Can I Sourblow? We got.
Yeah.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
Thank
for
you,
sure.
thank you. John TJ, what's up, brother? John,
I'll be
and
right back.
welcome. Talos, the man with the ray. Sanchez Martinez Gaming, hello. Captain Elving, what's up, Captain Elving? Oh, David Talbert, what's up? Thank you, sir, and welcome to the show. Hope you have a lot of fun with us. All right, let's keep going down this awesome, beautiful list. Who else is here, man? There's a lot of people in this chat today. El único cocho, viva verde, así mismo único cocho, bienvenido, hermano. Let's keep on going. Rachy, what's up, brother Rachy? Hope everything is awesome with you. Oh, man. Who's on here? Brickmaster. What's up, Brickmaster? And thank you for the 100 episode. Congratulations. Thank you so much, brother. Oh, man. Lots of congratulations here on the chat. Ooh, what's up, RSJ fan? How you doing, Becca? Hope everything is awesome for you. What's up, Adidas 20. Dion Landon, thank you for the congratulations and welcome, sir. Oh my God, look who's here, Mr. Dark. How are you doing, sir? Hope everything is awesome. Keep going down this beautiful, awesome list. I already said hi to Eternal tonight. Anyways, nobody cares. But
What?
It's Timmy. What's up, Timmy? How you doing, Timmy? Hope you're doing awesome. Zena, what's up? Hey, Zena, welcome to the show. And let's get this thing on the road. I think I went through everybody on the chat. If I didn't, I'll shout y'all later. Sourblow, take it away, dear brother.
All right. Before we take it away, don't you want to welcome someone else jumped in?
Oh, look who's here, man. Oh, Mr. Darkman. Welcome. How you doing, sir? And what have you been playing? Thank you for joining us on this 100 episode.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we
sir.
can.
Loud and
Oh,
clear.
just want to
Not
make
really.
sure that.
We can hear
Wanna
you,
make
man.
sure.
I know you're coming in from your Nintendo Switch, but we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm playing console, exclusive.
There you go.
Mario Donkey Kong.
Oh,
So
boy.
just want to let you know. I mean, what do you got, John Wolf here, man? This guy has lost his knees. I don't know, so many times.
Oh wow.
I got them Darth Maul knees, okay? The metal knees, like I can keep on losing them, man. I'll just get new ones built.
This pay pig that John Wolf is. So I don't know. He's a fraud.
We all pay pigs, man.
Yeah, no, I'm good, guys. It's good to join you guys. Congratulations, man. 100 episodes. I mean, I can't believe Lou's still here. I mean, he just lasted longer than 150 beers.
Even Joanna Dark feels the same way.
See, I feel the same way as well, because when we started this podcast, I had hair. And because of Louis,
No, you didn't. You ain't got no hair. Get out of here.
Hair, man. You never had hair. What are you talking about?
I feel if anything, Sourblow's hair continues to grow. I guess the Rogaine helped, you know.
dude, Lionel Richie is living his best life over there.
Yeah.
I
And then,
actually gotta
Lou,
cut my hair. My hair grows pretty fast.
Lou went to prison. I mean, he's currently in prison, so a lot of stuff has happened. So it's crazy that 100 episodes, and unfortunately, I had to leave. But always Wednesday night, I'm always in the chat there talking smack. So it's great to see 100 episodes, and hopefully, we continue. Now, if you guys want to change your name, just take away the X and put the N and call it Nintendo International. Man.
There you go.
No. I'm allergic.
I know Silent agrees with
No,
that.
I'm
Now it's gonna
allergic
be
to
called
that.
the X Switch.
Yeah, X Switch, man. Exactly.
Just bend the knee, Silent. Just bend the knees.
I'm a big fan of Ouya International personally. What do you think about that?
Nah, man. Anything.
Think about it, Toyo.
I mean, the Ouya does have. The Ouya does have exclusives though.
Yeah.
So,
The Nvidia Shield International.
I'm happy today to know that Elite Sea of Thieves is going to win Best Ongoing Game this year.
Oh,
Or at least be nominated this time, right?
Yes, I know. Imagine that, right? Imagine that.
For some reason,
things.
it's gonna win, and then it's gonna have a little thing, but only the PS5 version.
I know, right?
I think
What a
Jeff.
difference a day makes.
I think Jeff is gonna make a new category this year: most anticipated Xbox game coming to PlayStation. And he's gonna have like all the games listed.
Well, I heard there's DualSense. There's DualSense features. So apparently Jeff Keighley can blow into the controller, and then it's like a cell raft. It'll help you with the cell.
He can blow. He can blow
It can
something.
sell faster.
He can definitely blow something.
He's got the Hiroki Totoki special.
oh man.
That's the knee pad special.
But what I've been playing, man, I'm deep into so many games. But like Plume was saying, I've been playing Banishers of New Eden. Fantastic game. Don't Nod does some great games. I played Vampire, which reminds me of Vampire, where it was kind of like a lot of conversations, you get dialogue things, and apparently, just like Vampire, depending on your choices, your ending and your outcomes are different. So if you haven't played Vampire, which was I think on Game Pass at one point, and you can probably get it for like $6, it's basically Interview with a Vampire, where you play as this doctor during the Spanish flu, and he ends up getting bitten by a vampire, and then you have to start making moral choices because you start working in a hospital. But the cool thing is, depending on the choices that you're making, there's some bosses that you may not even fight because of either you've gone kind of like full, dark side versus being like a good vampire. Pretty good game. So Banishers kind of reminds me of what they learned with that game. I beat the first boss. I did a couple of side missions. That's pretty cool. I like how it kind of introduces you to the world and what they do. So I've been playing that. The other game I've been playing is, of course, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, which is a really fun game. It's Crackdown and it's Crackdown, Prototype, and all these other crazy fun open world type games that you can imagine. The stories are really good, and I think that.
Sorry, real quick. Sorry to interrupt you. I hear like a kid yelling, and I hear a little bit of background noise.
Oh well, sorry. I'm walking to my car. I'm in the mall, so just to let you know.
Sounds like you just came from a soccer game or something.
No, he's walking around the zoo. They're looking for Crazy Louis around.
Nah.
He's at GameStop, and the employee just informed them that Sea of Thieves is coming to PlayStation.
Yeah,
That was them
They're
screaming.
riding in the streets.
And then, the last game I'm playing, and I think I found out, right? So I made level 4 PS All-Star, whatever you call it, member. So I can always get into Helldivers. So I never have that issue that everyone's having where they haven't been able to get into Helldivers because I'm a PS4 level support customer.
Man, how many tiers?
Well, 4 is the minimum because that you have to buy stuff. So I think when I bought my niece's PS Portal, it hit me to level 4. So Jim Ryan kept me on that level 4.
Oh, so just because you bought a Portal, that's when you get your extra tier.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So anytime somebody, so what happens is when I log into the game, it knows that I'm a PlayStation pay pig, and if you're not, then
Oh,
you get.
Well,
Like whenever I turn on my portal, I get a message that it says that I've saved the baby giraffe, so I sleep easy that night.
so that means that Joanna Dark is gonna be playing Zoo Tycoon pretty soon on that portable.
I mean, no. The portal's useless. It's basically the Wii U.
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
And again, it's here's my thing, right? It's the Wii U was an amazing device in 2013. I think because I have great internet, I don't get a lot of the issues that people reported with the instability of the network. But besides that, it's really an accessory. I would say at $100, why not? If you have a PS5, you can definitely play your games like John Wolf plays them in the John, and then anything above that, I would get it on a sale
It's
just
the best place
because.
to play, peaceful.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
but
when you
I'll tell you one game that you guys need to play. It's called Ultros. It's a Metroidvania, and it makes you feel like you took a lot of acid, and because of how colorful the game is.
I
oh
have it on my
wow.
wish list. I have it on my Steam wish list. I know
Yeah,
exactly which game you're talking
but
about.
Yeah,
it's
Sophie's been
it's
playing it.
it's fantastic. So I highly recommend Ultros if you're looking for something in the Metroidvania and something nice and short to kind of get you before Dragon's Dogma or any of the big games that are coming out. So yeah.
How will you spell it? Ultra.
Oh, it's ULTROS.
It's,
Ultros.
it's
I'm
like
looking at it right
Ultraman,
now.
but
It looks
without an
super,
A.
Yeah,
super
yeah.
tasty.
I think it might be on Xbox, but I got it on Steam. Uh, and if you have it on PC or you have a PC handheld like the Legion Go, or any of the other handhelds, you can go to like CD Keys or like Green Man Gaming and get the game
Look,
at a much cheaper
look at
price.
Lou. Look at Lou grinning over there. He's grinning because when you said it's on Xbox, he automatically thought, oh, it's also on PlayStation and Switch. Like that's the grin that he's
Oh.
What?
giving right there.
Me? Man,
It's actually I don't see it.
Unfortunately, it's
I
not
think
on
it's not.
Xbox,
Yeah,
guys.
it's not on
Okay.
Xbox.
Wait.
So yeah, but I gotta say something on mine. I gotta say, and then man, my PS5 has been turned on and it's
Dude, that hallway has always freaked me out. I swear, guys,
What?
every time I watch this show or any show that Lou's on, I could just imagine like this ghost just walking up behind.
Oh.
Hey, no pressure, bro. No pressure though.
That's
I
his
was
Jessa.
And he lost that
That-
cross too.
Did
That.
you
Ooh.
did you see the girl that was behind him right before
He's
the
just
show
worried about the
started?
boss coming behind him.
Right before
Yeah.
we went live, right, Cypher?
Yeah.
Right before we went live, there was like a girl standing there.
That's
He
that's
had that.
that's
He
that's the
had that
boss.
cross
Every
that
time.
That's the
used to
boss.
turn upside down.
That was the ghost of Xbox exclusives.
There you go.
standing there.
There you go. There's that door. Imagine that door right now going and something going wah. You know that'll be a pretty good thing for the show. You know?
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, talking about Xbox exclusive, real quick, I want to start with let's start with John. So we saw the Xbox update on the Xbox business. Uh, were you content, or what was your thoughts on everything that after that the world was ending? We
Yeah.
had
So
the apocalypse. Or
yeah.
what's your
So
thought on?
I thought that the podcast was very interesting because the thing that I've been pretty adamant about is that the problem that people I think are having, and I had this problem kind of when the news first broke, because just like all of us in here, I'm sure that we're all old heads that we grew up on the Sega Genesis versus the Nintendo days, right? Where it was Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and that marketing really carried over to future generations. Then the PlayStation carried that playbook. The Xbox 360 has used that playbook, and then PlayStation recently started using it again with the PS4. So that playbook throughout history of the console wars of ours is better than yours, it's something that's just synonymous with gaming and something that you just can't really tell your your hardcore audience, hey, turn that off overnight. And it's something that's not going to go away because number one, I'm a competitive person at nature, and number two, I understand that competition is what leads to innovation in this space as well as keeping people in check. You can't have a company like PlayStation running wild with no competition at all. and because you need those checks and balances in place so that their PS6, they're not crazy enough to bring it out at $800. So you kind of need someone to even them out and say, hey, we will stay competitive in the price range because we don't want to outprice ourselves in our market. So from that standpoint, I I I didn't understand the move that with the rumors and all these rumors that started coming in, but as I slowly started really thinking, and we have a good group and a good Discord, the Gaming Circle podcast. Myself, Keasante, Mr. Dark is part of that group as well. You know, we have really good conversations, just like you guys have on a weekly basis, where we really analyze, having fun, of course, and being petty and dissing each other, like you saw MJ Dark and myself doing. But we have fun, and then but we really have these these conversations of really what is going on in the industry, right? To try to understand it, to try to understand the logic behind these moves, because right off the bat, if you told me without me understanding anything, hey, Xbox is not going to have any more exclusives, I'm going to feel a certain way about that. But you really need to understand where Xbox is going to kind of understand why these are the baby steps in order to get there. So what I think primarily is going on here is that since Phil Sarabon and Matt Booty cannot go on a podcast today and tell their audience, listen, this is where we see Xbox in 5 years. This is where we see Xbox in 10 years. They're just not going to tell us that. So they need to slowly move the cart, right, as we speak, to get us to whatever Microsoft and Xbox envisions their gaming division to be. Um, that's the missing point here. We don't have all the pieces of the puzzle yet. So we're missing key pieces to understand things like when Phil says, listen, I believe that in 5 to 10 years, console exclusives will not be a driving force in the industry. Um, okay, Phil, that's fine. We understand what you're saying, but as of today, there are console exclusives that are driving engagement on different platforms. So it's hard for people to really sit down and kind of take you for your word for what you're saying when we are seeing quite the opposite in the industry. You're seeing an aggressive PlayStation signing exclusives after exclusives to grow their market share, and of course, we don't even need to mention Nintendo. So what's the next? So what's the next possible step that we can go from here, right? And these are the kind of like the discussions we've had, and it's that Xbox. It's very apparent to me and to a few other individuals. Xbox is looking to migrate into that next ecosystem space where they're not going to be considered just a console anymore. Xbox is not going to be considered just, hey, we're primarily a console and we have some games on PC and some games on mobile and some games on Ouya. Okay, no, they're basically migrating to try to become a competitor to Steam. In the competitor to Steam, what I mean by that is not that they're going to go head to head with them on PC only, but that they want to become an ecosystem, right? So an ecosystem means that if I'm on my phone on my Flip right now, Samsung Flip, and I go to the Google store and I download an Xbox game, Warzone, the next Warzone that comes out, it's gonna have full achievements. I'm gonna feel like if that Xbox experience is going with me everywhere. When I go to my handheld, that can be an Asus ROG Ally or whatever, that'll also be kind of like an Xbox OS type feel that I'll have. Think of it as a Steam Deck for anybody that has used that. And then when I move on to the console, if they have a traditional console or they have a handheld themselves, that's going to be an extension of everything that we're seeing here. And I think that they're combining all of the segments that they have separated right now. It's all becoming one because, again, I need to repeat this. For the future that Phil is pitching here, where exclusives don't matter, think about think about in what gaming arena exclusives don't matter. The PC space. In that arena, exclusives don't matter because that fan base has historically said,
Unless
"Hey,
you're Epic.
well, yeah. Hey,
But
you're bringing out God of War.
can,
Oh, okay, we'll wait. You're gonna come to us eventually, And then, so that PC mentality, I think that Xbox is banking on that type of mentality from the consumer. And what's going to be the anchor here, guys? What's the anchor? It's the Game Pass. It's because they're hoping that even though that they're making these moves, what I think that they're hoping is that it's not going to really bother the consumer if PlayStation or Nintendo gets a game a year later if we're giving it to them for as low as $19.99 or $18.99 a month. I think that they'll get over it because we're offering that, and that is very enticing to gamers. So that's my thoughts initially, man. I don't know if you have any follow-up questions, but
John, I got a question for you.
Real quick, Lou, before you hold that question real quick, I know Shaddai has to go.
Yeah.
So Shaddai, do you want to chime in before you need to go?
Just really quick. I understand where John is coming from, but sometimes it is good to have exclusive because you're trying to make it very different than your competitor. That's why we see. I'm gonna use this as an example. Disney Plus right now is all over the place, but they do have some certain things that Netflix does not have. And we're talking about all over the place, and I think exclusive is really important if you want to bring more people back, but at the end of the day is better off covering all over the place, your Xboxes, your xCloud, everything like that, to bring people in. It's just that a lot of people just talk because I don't know why they're trying to bash Xbox. And every single time when Xbox come out, they always put them in their place. Like, why you guys are saying this when it is not true? Yes, they're testing the waters. Today we just saw Grounded on Nintendo and also Pentiment. If they go quite well, yes, we will see more later. I hope that everybody, I know they have this mentality, they don't send the big bangers, and then that's when everything goes downhill. I just hope that they continue to support the system. Like I said, we might not see consoles, but there's some that they do want that. I'm one of them because, hey, not everybody got that money to get that $10,000 PC, but I'm not here to.
That's got to be the super PC of the world. $10,000, Jesus.
Wait in 10 years.
10,000. What do you have? Us 76090s hooked together?
If Microsoft have that supercomputer, believe me, in 2050 we will have that supercomputer in that future. So it will cost that much.
So wait, Doodle has joined us.
Wait a minute.
Money. Whoa.
This looks like a Brady bunch now.
Listen, you guys sent me one link for 2 people.
Let's get Lou timeout. Lou, get the timeout. Get the timeout.
Advertising going on here.
Sir, put some respect on C Money's name, sir.
No, C Money. What's up, C Money, brother? Welcome.
Yo, listen, we need another link.
You can use the same one, the same link.
No, I can't. It kicks us out.
Wait, what?
Yeah, every time I do it, it boots one of us out.
I think there's a limit, but don't worry because I'm gonna be stepping out, so somebody can come.
Are you saying the link is exclusive there?
Sounds like an exclusive link.
That's fine.
So here's my question, right?
Okay. Shaddai, any final words?
No, just enjoy your night. Just enjoy your night, and everybody, welcome and enjoy.
Cheers. Thanks, guy. He didn't do one of his bad jokes.
Hey, that's exclusive in Spanish. Joey, sooner or later you'll be on the show.
Actually, when is your next show?
We already talked. It's gonna be on a Tuesday since you can't do it on Fridays.
Okay, let's do it next Tuesday. Oh, this Friday? I can do it this Friday though.
Friday. All right, we'll get that. All right, enjoy everybody.
All right, take care.
John Wolf, before I ask you the question, C Money, welcome to the show, brother. Thank you for joining us on the 100 episode. Really,
Oh
man,
man, thank you,
really
bro.
appreciate it. You're here with us, hanging out for all the crazy fun tonight because we're gonna get
Yeah, man.
nuts and crazy. But C Money, tell us what you've been playing lately and how you doing, sir.
Well, I have a brain fart right now because I'm trying to get her in. Did she get the link? Did you
Oh wait,
send her the
hold on,
link?
hold on, hold on. My
I
bad.
sent you the thing.
Dude, Special Nick in chat is giving you some serious grief right now, and it's pretty good. I don't know if you saw
Who
that.
grief? Me?
He says, holy, he says, Doodle really let herself go. Holy shit.
Come on.
Oh
Come
man.
on, man.
Damn.
Damn.
Nick, you don't do it like that. I'm gonna see you Friday.
Oh man.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Lou, didn't you have a question?
Who me?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
had a question.
yeah,
Oh, I had a question.
Right
I
again,
had a
I think
question
it
for
was
John.
just too many
Well,
people.
real quick, John. Well, the question is, all right, you talk about
What's
the
up?
opponent exclusives, right? So here's the thing with PlayStation. Let's pick a little bit on PlayStation. So if you see PlayStation, they love to show the numbers, man. I just love those PlayStation numbers. I love when they go out there and show it. They're like, oh, we sold 10 million copies.
Mhm.
But I got a question though. How much of those copies are bundled? Let's say they did not bundle that game. How many would they sell?
Yeah, that's a
That's
great question.
that's
That's a
actually a great question. I
that's a
mean,
great question.
because that's actually true because we know we see this, and I asked this question before: how important are exclusives out there? I mean, I heard fanboys talking about it, I heard media pushing them, but at the end of the day, we see this number, but do those actual 10 million people actually play the game, or they
Well,
buy the console right there?
well,
Because
the
again,
thing is,
it's
yeah, because you're talking about historical strategies again that
Mhm.
PlayStation has implored. Kind of like they're kind of like that's their identity, right? That's the identity and that's their playbook that they're gonna bundle that because obviously they want you to buy the console because that's the way into their ecosystem where they're hoping that you're gonna go and you're gonna buy Call of Duty and you're gonna spend microtransactions and give them more money, right? That's kind of like the little hook to get you in, right? But the thing about it is that historically, when you're talking about the console in the console arena, while I get what you mean by the exclusive talk, remember that it's something that exclusives have driven the market as far as the consoles go. So again, when you ask me the question, do exclusives matter? Historically, they have mattered. Historically, they have been used as showpieces to sell consoles. They have been showed as showpieces to what first party can accomplish with the consoles, etc. So again, we're kind of going against history here when we really ask that question.
Yeah, because that's the thing though, right? We see them bundle the game with the console, but yet they don't say it because that's what they do. They don't say, "Oh, we sold 5 million copies bundled. We sold 5 million copies separately." That's something
Mhm.
we don't know about. And
Yeah.
yet, again, because we saw the leak that happened in November, what was it, November, December? I lost track.
Insomniac? You're talking about
The
Insomniac?
Insomnia leak, and
Mhm.
we've and not only that, we also read that in PlayStation they play more third-party games than their damn exclusives.
Of course. I mean that's a given, but again, it's remember that again, historically in the console space, the word exclusive it has been kind of used as a marketing tool to incite said gamers to invest into that particular platform. So I kind of get your question, but at the same time, it's just hard to, in my opinion, it's hard to go against history with this debate.
I get you, I get you. But yeah, that was basically my question because again, I've asked it before. Media pushes it, fanboys push it, but at the end of the day, do they actually buy it? Because we saw in 2020, the developer from Days Gone actually came out and said, "You want us to do a sequel? Buy the damn game 60." And we saw that it sold 10 million copies. We
But
saw that.
are we only comparing Xbox to PlayStation? Because if we throw Nintendo into that equation,
Well, not
the
now.
conversation changes a little bit.
Yeah, but here's the thing
50
though.
million for Mario Kart 8.
I
Let's go.
mean,
Yeah, 50
in
million.
reality,
And Nintendo, it's the
Nintendo
king
is
of exclusives.
the last of the Mohicans when it comes to
Yeah.
the traditional console war. They are the last man standing. They won. I mean, let's just call it for what it is.
Oh man,
Nintendo's the GOAT. That's all I gotta say. And
man,
I know. Look at Silent. I know it hurts him just to see that. Nintendo's seal of quality.
No, seal of repetition.
Watch.
Sir.
It's such
Nintendo will announce
Seal of
with Switch 2.
repetition.
With Switch 2, Nintendo
Switch
will announce on
1.5.
stage Code Veronica remaster exclusive on Switch. Watch.
Yeah,
Let's
right.
go.
wait,
And I'll
what?
back my car up right over the disc.
If
Just
they're
for
looking,
you.
if they're looking
Just for
for
you.
any type of sales, Code Veronica is not the game you launch with. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. If
Exactly.
you want to support that system, that is not the look.
Just go play Daymare 1994 or whatever it's called.
Sir, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Is it Daymare or Daymare?
It's Daymare.
It's Daymare, right?
Daymare.
Ah, see,
Yup,
I got something.
Daymare.
Finally, I got something right. Jesus. All right.
Cogite,
there you go.
cogite.
Hey, Lou, before you introduce, remember, that's Doodle. Don't say C Money.
No,
I was gonna say the same thing.
No, because when C-Money came out, it said Doodle to be free. So, yeah, I just had to throw that in. Doodle, how are you? Welcome to the 100th episode. Thank you for joining us. It's really awesome that you're here hanging out with us in this awesome episode. Thank you so much again and again and again. Tell us, how are you doing and what have you been playing?
Oh, Doodle, you're on mute.
Oh, you. Oh, no.
Oh, you're on mute, Doodle.
Oh, she got the Jim Ryan white tea treatment.
Oh, yeah.
I blame
I think
Louis
the
for
show's
that.
setting a record for technical errors.
It is. See, actually, C Money's trying to get in. He can't get in. It keeps.
Uh-oh.
What was that?
She might need to go to options and see if her mic is actually connected as default.
Yeah, I think the microphone.
Oh.
You know what? For this special 100th episode, C Money and Doodle, why don't you guys sit right next to each other? There you go.
There you
That's
go.
what I'm talking about.
There you go.
There you go. That's how you do it. There you go.
Exclusive.
There you go.
Exclusive. World premiere. Say it silent. World premiere.
World premiere.
I think I can mimic
Oh,
that.
and they're gone. Oh, they're back.
Oh no.
Oh no, what's going on? What's going on?
There we go.
There you go, Doodle's here.
There we
Hi,
go.
Doodle.
Here
Oh,
we are.
yes. Volume. We can hear you. Awesome.
It took a bit.
It's there. How you doing?
Congratulations, you guys, on your 100th episode. That is amazing. That's pretty phenomenal. Can you hear him or no?
Yeah, we can hear him. We can hear him. We just can't see him.
Where is he? Oh, hold on.
Where you placing money?
Who's flying the
Oh, there you are.
747?
There you
There
are.
we go. What the hell is that
Going
shit?
down.
Am I still in? Did I get kicked out? All right, I'm still in. Yes.
Listen, if
I
we
thought you guys were
crash,
gonna
if
sit
we, look,
together.
if we crash, we see that Lou has the most meat on him. So, okay, we're gonna have to feed off Lou for like a week.
Wait,
Okay.
what? I got what?
Holy shit.
Are you calling me Tubby? Oh man, I need to lose weight.
Oh,
Yo, but for real, congrats, yo. That's
right?
fire.
Isn't that
yo.
amazing?
100 episodes. Look at that.
Thank
Is
you, man.
this now? I wasn't around for the beginning of them. Is this the original crew? Are these the original 4 members who've freaking sailed the ship? Or no, was it fly the plane? Flow the plane.
No.
Fly the plane?
Well,
Whatever, you know what I'm saying.
Flew the plane.
Flew the
out
coop.
way.
Is this
No.
day one or are there different
No.
people?
Well, so it's changed a little bit.
Yeah.
So Dark right there actually was with us for the first 10 or 11 episodes.
Who?
But
Mr. Johnny
MJ
Dark.
Oh, Joanna Dark. Yes.
That's messed up. Who?
I can't see your face, bro. You look like a fucking handicap sign. How am I supposed to think of you as a person?
Sir, I'm exclusive. I'm exclusive.
It's awesome.
he kept, for some reason, he kept mentioning this like Code Veronica game, so we kicked him out.
Oh,
Oh, I get that. I get
That makes
that.
sense.
Yeah,
I get
of
that.
course.
I get
The
that.
worst one. The worst one.
When
is
somebody
yours.
super chats $50, I'll reveal myself.
There you go.
And then we
Okay.
had Jason. And then we had the hands of Jason Biggs join us for the rest of the show.
Are you taking your shirt off?
Me?
No,
Jason
dark.
Banks.
Not
Nah,
you.
me, no, man. I'm not. What do you think? I'm no X Alex, bro. I'll
You
crash the
have
stream. They'll be like, "Get out of here, man."
you're not gonna throw the pepperoni
Put the
nipples?
shirt back on.
They'll
They'll
probably
pay
super
another
chat.
super chat
Yeah.
to get that
Next
shirt
thing
back
you
on.
know, Idle Sloth is on Twitter saying Joanna Dark took his shirt off. The stream got
Exclusive.
taken off.
You know when that
Hey,
Princess
hey,
Peach
hey.
launches, you're gonna be taking off your shirt and celebrating.
And anything happens on XBI, man. I mean, literally, I went back on my chair, my legs were up, man. I mean, anything happens.
Sounds like a position you're excited
I
to be
know
in.
he seemed excited.
Wait,
He
I mean,
brought that up
in
as
Dominican
if there was
prison,
some type of
you're used to
intent
that.
behind that.
That happens in DR prisons, right? All the time.
I know that.
Oh my
Doodle and
God.
C-Money-
Prisons, oh shit.
I know.
say though?
I know that Doodle and C-Money are horror fans. I know that. So did you
No,
know
we're
that?
not. All right? No,
did
we're
you know,
not.
Did you know?
All right?
No. And here's a scary story. Did you know right before we hit live? Did you know that there was a little girl standing behind Lou like a ghost, and it was the ghost of Xbox exclusives standing behind him? Did you
Oh
know
my
that?
god. Wow.
Right there.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Oh my God.
There's your 50
Oh,
bucks.
Purple
Somebody-
Haze.
There you go.
MJ Dark, you already said it.
Oh damn!
You
Man,
said
I
it.
gotta,
bro.
I gotta pick up my nun poster. Thank you for reminding me.
She's
of
gonna
that.
refund her shit, bro.
The nun poster to put behind the wall so C-Money can see her all the time right there.
No,
Louis, I
thanks.
think you got a few things to announce real quick. I
Oh,
mean,
yes,
we
I know.
got
I got a couple super
Oh.
chats.
Oh,
real quick.
watch out! Here
Oh.
we go.
That
We're gonna
doesn't
keep going
count.
all the way down. We want to see it all.
We got
There you go.
it.
Exclusive for the
Pepperoni nipple
100th
reveal.
episode.
Let's go.
Oh, we got a $50 super chat. Oh, my
What does
God.
that say?
Scarlet.
That's Project
looks-
Scarlet, bro.
Oh,
Oh
Nice.
shit, that's a dope ass shirt.
Yeah. So yeah, no,
That's
there you
fine.
go. I'm in my car right now. So I took my kids out. The wife's still in Nickelodeon, that Nickelodeon in New Jersey. So
Wow,
I'm here.
Nickelodeon in New Jersey. What the fuck is that? I lived in New Jersey my life. What the hell's Nickelodeon?
They got the Nickelodeon theme park and stuff. You know, they charge you an arm and a leg just to get in there.
What?
So
What?
Is it
yeah, it's at the American Dreams Mall in New Jersey. So they opened this up here,
Shit,
and they
First
and they
time
have
I
the
ever
theme
heard of
park
that.
here. So
that's dope.
you know,
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
I came to my car and I'm podcasting from here.
Nice.
Nice.
Dedication for the 100.
Hey, I heard
On-
that cars get people aggressive. So, Dark, please do not get aggressive, especially since you have the
What?
same name. You know?
Well, I'm not John Wolf that drives and is playing the wrong ally when he's driving every morning.
Oh my god.
That's Miami life, bro. Come on.
Miami life. What?
He's not even denying it.
Hell no.
real quick, before we continue, guys, let me go real fast through all these amazing super chats and all this amazing stuff going on with the channel. Jordani Quezada has been a member for 4 months in the economy class. Thank you, Jordani Quezada. Sourblow. Member for 6 months in economy class. Thank you so much, Sourblow. And Silent Cypher gifted 5 Xbox International podcast memberships. All right, thank you so much, Silent Cypher. And now, Jordani Quesada with an amazing, beautiful, awesome $10 super chat. He says, take 100 dimes for you dime pieces on, comma, my bad, on your 100 flight. I just want to say Louis is pretty responsible. Wait, how am I pretty responsible?
No,
Well, bro,
I think he's being
you don't know him
sarcastic.
very well.
Reasonable. Reasonable.
I'm responsible? Okay.
Reasonable, mother.
Reasonable?
It says it right there. Reasonable.
Oh, reasonable!
God damn.
Oh, my God.
Oh
The
my
fuck?
God.
See money.
Oh,
See
my
money.
God. Sorry about
He
that.
can't. He's learning to read. We're teaching him offline how to read and
Apparently,
stuff.
I can't even see. This is so tiny for me, and I can see that shit.
I got my hammer here order.
My son is
Oh.
2. He can literally read more than crazy.
We're drawing everything out with crayons for him.
With
So
crayon.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Yep.
he like quadrupled down on responsible.
Hey, I upgraded to highlighters, guys. I got my highlighters.
Jesus.
Yeah, upgraded. But anyways, pretty reasonable. Silent Cypher is the voice of the based gamer. All right. Sourblow chuckles
Based?
are hilarious.
wait, what? What happened?
You're the voice of the based gamer.
Yeah,
Based.
yeah, you're the voice of the
Based.
based.
I'm not
Biased?
hip enough.
Bias.
You mean biased
Bias
or
gamer.
You're the biased
Basement
gamer.
I'm the based
Oh,
gamer.
bias
That-
is supposed
that
to be
sounds
the guy,
good.
right?
Lou, you're gonna need an AI to help you read, bro.
Yes, thank you, man. My English almost. Sourblow chuckles are hilarious, and Plume Network is an insider. That is so true. Plume is actually the real insider in gaming. Let's
Oh,
go.
yes,
Let's
he is.
go. Oh, let's keep
50,
going.
50 million plume passes, bro.
That's her, the only real insider.
All right, now we have Simple Nick with an amazing, beautiful $5.
Call him Simple Nick.
That's supposed to
Oh my gosh.
special name.
Oh my God!
Can someone
Jack.
take
Can we
over?
get somebody that can read?
Simple
Can we
Jack.
get
I just want to
somebody?
make sure that I heard that correctly.
Oh
Did
my
you
God.
call Special Nick
Oh, special Nick.
Simple.
I heard it.
You
I heard
called
it.
him Simple
Simple. Oh
Nick.
my God!
Sorry,
Easy
sorry,
peasy.
my
Is
bad.
this-
Wow.
Sorry.
Is
He
this
gave
what
you
tax
money.
Hey,
This
remember
is the tax money in DR goes to lose education.
Hey, I know two languages. My bad. My bad. It happens to me sometimes. I get confused. I've been speaking Spanish for the last 2
Sometimes.
weeks. Sorry about that. So yeah.
Lou, that's not even an excuse, man. You just say you can't read. That's it.
Yeah, I can't
It's
read.
okay.
Sorry, guys. That's
It's
bad.
okay. It's okay.
Nick.
We'll prompt you. Okay. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you Joe Biden now.
Lou, you
I
got
would
that
just-
ghost behind
I
you
would-
again, man.
I would just like to let you know, Nick, on behalf of Ouya International,
There you
we
go.
apologize. Sorry for Crazy Louie.
Sir, it's,
knows not
Nintendo.
Nick.
Nintendo International, sir.
Yeah, Nintendo next time.
Never happened.
It
I'm
says,
allergic that day.
congrats on
Exclusives.
100 episodes. And sorry, Joey. Don't hate me too much. I swear we didn't mean to hurt anyone. Joey, he's sorry, man. He's sorry.
I don't hate him. Out of all the things he could have gotten wrong, he had to got this one right. That's why it's my third party.
He's sorry,
Listen,
man. You know?
Special Nick's a real insider.
Oh,
Look, we got
wait.
Lord
We got
Cognito.
a legend in here all of a sudden. We got royalty in the show with us.
What up, family? How we doing?
How we
look
doing?
up.
Oh, he turned the camera on.
Oh, John,
I'm feeling good.
Wait,
He turned the camera
He
on.
was charging $50 out here to turn on the camera. You sold out. He was like, "Yo, I'll do that shit for free, baby."
Oh, it's official. Yeah, I got the camera
JD,
today.
what's up, dog?
What's going on, family?
BC.
Great to see you.
You already know. And why to build a salute. 100 episodes, man. We got to celebrate. We got to talk about it, right? Xbox International. I know my schedule busy, but I had to come through, show love. 100 ain't nothing to sneeze at. That's consistency. That means you loving what you're doing. You liking what you're doing, and y'all having a good time. Look at everybody that pulled up. I see Plume in here. I see Crazy Lou in here. I Doodle, see Buddy. Everybody up in the spot. So that's love. And I just wanted to send some love back because this podcasting game ain't easy. We all know that, you know. So salute to y'all. I love what y'all doing. Funny day y'all picked for 100.
Yeah, they're rebranding, they're rebranding to the Ouya International Podcast.
Are we rebranding?
Oh my God!
Nah.
Don't make Ray Ray's list, guys.
I know. A lot of
We got-
posters
we
out
got-
there.
We got exclusive right now, so that's why people are here.
Oh, okay. I got you. You got the exclusive.
So wait, y'all mentioned Ouya. Did that thing actually come out? I've been gone for 2 weeks.
Oh, good Lord, Louie.
Oh my God.
Cog, it
Are you
is so
drunk?
good to see you here.
Louis,
man.
get in that
Thank
time.
you so
Yeah.
much for
I don't know what the hell
You just
going on, man.
somebody put me in timeout.
Wait,
That's what
I
he did.
heard about it. I just did not. Did it release already?
We have released like 48 years ago.
You'll have to forgive
Forgive.
Louis.
Forgive.
He's having a stroke.
Lou I think he's having a stroke.
Lord.
Yo, he
Lou going
said
through
it
it.
Simple Nick instead of Special Nick.
No, he ain't call my man Simple Nick.
Yo,
Stop.
he said,
He did.
Nick,
yo,
Lou, get it together.
he doubled down on the word reasonable. He thought it said responsible, and he doubled down like 4 times.
yeah.
You know
That's
what it
where we're
was? Is he had 2 Smirnoffs. That's the problem. So
Oh, he's a little nice. He's a little, yeah, something else with his cup today. John Wolf, what up? I see
What's
you.
up, Cog? Nice
Chilling,
to see
chilling.
We can't see him. We see a picture. I'm just
Picture
saying.
me, he
you. I'm a
is.
little
Solid
off
Cypher.
camera today. I'm not camera ready.
Not camera.
Our camera ready. All right.
I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna let you go ahead with that.
You guys want to see John Wolf in boxing?
John, I wouldn't show my face after you thought that Sonic was going to beat Mario. I would definitely be. Not on camera.
Our Sega boys, we got that in us. We got to stop.
Listen,
we be
we're
doing too
fighters.
much.
We're fighters, unlike people that put their exclusives also. No, I just play. I just play.
Oh, we slanderous.
Actually, Sega is nothing but their shit elsewhere. So
Exactly. You see, we got that DNA. You know.
we come from that. Salute.
Before we continue the real quick, let me just read this amazing amazing, awesome, beautiful $50 super chat from the beautiful Purple Haze. He says, did someone say they will reveal themselves? Congrats on the 100 XBI episode. Thank you, Purple. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
that
Purple. Yeah.
$50 super chat. Thank you all for those amazing super chats. You all are awesome. Oh, man. This show is crazy and hype. Let's keep on going, guys. Let's keep on going.
All right, let me ask you
So,
guys. Oh, go
so
ahead.
real quick, I know Lord Cognito doesn't have a lot of time, so if we have any questions, let's try to get him in there. That way he can, give his thoughts on it, and then, because he has to be on his way. I know he does.
Appreciate
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so based on everything that happens, we seeing changes in the industry. So my question to you guys is, what like major changes do you expect in the gaming industry from now on, and where do you guys see gaming 10 years from now? So let's start with you, Lord Cognito.
I appreciate the question. Look, we're at an inflection point. We know this is a big day visually, right? From a standpoint of where things are going. I think that look, Xbox tends to be. See, man, we talked about this. That Xbox tends to be kind of clairvoyant where they see the vision where things are going. And for
Yes.
gamers, it's a tough pill to swallow on certain things, but they end up being right long term. And I think that's what we're seeing here. And in honesty, with Hiroki Totoki's comments in reference to his aggressiveness with PC and they're putting their games there, I think that's Sony now positioning themselves where Xbox was a while ago with PC. So again, if we want to get into the the fanboy stuff, that's cool. But the reality is, if you're a first place company, you don't mirror the moves of a third place company unless you see a shift happening, right? And that's what I think is happening here. Xbox sees the revenue that's on the table as far as PC gaming. They took place in that. You see that now. Helldivers 2, the success that they're seeing, they're taking place in trying to be aggressive with day and date. Now we get to where we are now. The key for them to me is how they're going to place the games, which games get chosen, and if they choose to do smaller games or be aggressive on core franchises like Halos, Gears, and stuff. That I think will I know that will cause some potential brand damage. But here's the thing: I think the pushback in the community showed them that they cannot be aggressive like that at this time. So I think they are taking the feedback, and we just got to see how this thing plays out. But here's the thing: what if they're right? And that's the question we have to, really analyze. As much as the emotion now, I ain't going for it felt funny seeing it today. Like, I was like, ooh. Yep. It's one thing to say, yo, it's only 4, y'all. And then you see it. And you're like.
10-year-old COG came out for sure.
Yeah,
right?
little old school COG. Exactly. Genesis Does COG was like, yo, what's going on?
Yo, there was a can while I was walking at work and I kicked it so hard. I go, what's going on here? But then I was like, compose yourself.
Exactly. So once you get the emotionality out, and here's the thing, the reality is now, let's say Pentiment Hi-Fi Rush comes out, right? Which it is. We got the dates. Does this now fund that sequel to a Hi-Fi Rush 2, a Pentiment 2 on Game Pass, exclusive to the platform, right? And now this whole new audience that, let's be real, they're locked to their digital library, their trophies. They may never buy an Xbox. Now they know what Hi-Fi Rush is. They know what Pentiment is. And now, okay, you got that. Here's the new that you can only get over here. The bet that they're making is, one, they're going to get the money off of you with the old stuff. And then two, damn, that Hi-Fi Rush 2 do look kind of, you know what I mean? Damn, like the newer iteration that you have on your service may get them. We got to see. That's the bet they're making. And I understand both arguments. I understand that people say, yo, bro, you devaluing the brand. You're making third parties less want to come in. I get that argument. Time will tell. I don't know. But what we do know is the console market right now is a small circle. It's not growing any bigger outside that circle, and these companies want to make money. So that's basically what it is. It's a wild time. Dogs sleeping with cats. That's all it is right now. But best believe PlayStation is paying attention. You're going to see the stuff with the PC. I think Xbox, when Phil said that he believes that not that exclusives won't exist anymore, but it's not going to be the way in which we know it. And I think it's going to be an adjustment period for everybody. But curious to see what y'all think. But yeah, this was a day, man. It was very funny looking at Twitter today to see how things are going down.
Just to chime in on what you were saying, Cog, people forget that Nintendo tried something similar in trying to bring audiences to the Nintendo Switch, and what they did in a way that it didn't work out for them because, of course, they weren't the full experiences that you're used to. Instead, they were mobile versions of a Mario Kart, a mobile version of a Mario game. And what happened was they found out that, number one, people on the mobile side didn't want to pay the full $10, and they didn't understand that instead they wanted the full experiences of what a Mario game was. Even though that game, when you look at it, they took some of those elements and put it maybe into Mario Wonder when it comes to kind of some of the things, the ideas that they had there, but they didn't strike lightning in that way. And, when I look at games right across all the platforms, right? If I can get a Days Gone 2 or a Gravity Rush 3 in a manner of saying Sony said, "Hey, I'm going to put this on Switch, I'm going to put this on PC or something," I think that's so. As someone who loves games, if that's the avenue that they have to take while still keeping things that kind of make that gravitates us to a specific platform, I think that's great ways to see certain games that are either niche or gems. Because again, it's changing the way we consume. As you can see, many of us we play, right? We play all these games, and sometimes there's too many games. So you know, at some point, certain studios we don't want to see close, right? We
Facts.
like talking about the developers, right? One of my favorite developers I talk all the time is Lucky Glass Studios, right? That's where Ken Levine came from and all those
Facts.
superstars, even people at Arcane. If we had some sort of way of putting these things in other, maybe a lot of the studios that we love would be making money, and still be afloat or have these projects kind of lifted so we can continue to enjoy different versions of a certain franchise.
Yeah. No, if it's about
Yeah,
sustainability, I hear you.
that's
Totally.
facts. That's facts. You also got to remember, like, I know the focus right now is on the fact that these games got named and these games they have a release date and all that fun stuff. And that's, listen, we knew about this last week. I know it hits different when you see it. Different me too. But at the end of the day, they explained what was going on. It all makes sense, right? Just like you alluded to, Cog. And it's about testing out what's going to happen when they put this out there to see what's worth them investing further in. And I think that's where a lot of people get confused, where they think that they're looking to test to see just whether they want to put more out there. They want to test, and he said it because he said this is the whole point is whether or not we can invest more. We want to keep investing in those games, and we might want to do sequels or other games like it. So he's trying to see the value of these brands outside of the Xbox ecosystem. What does it look like out there when people see Hi-Fi Rush? Is this a game? I think I'm echoing. But
No,
is
you're
this a
good.
game
No, you're good.
that people are looking for? Because in that, even when you see the Hi-Fi Rush trailer, right, for the PlayStation, right, the bad guy, whatever his name is, mentions that nobody knows who you are.
Yes.
You know what I'm
I caught
saying?
that.
So the point of this is to put him out there to see if it's not just here that he becomes something, but outside does he become something? Because then they can say, okay, now we can go ahead and invest in a sequel that's going to draw those PlayStation players over to our side.
Yeah, they want to see if he's an iconic character. And if he does become that, and then the second game becomes an Xbox exclusive, right? Where do you think people are going to go ahead and try to play this game? Right into Xbox, right? And I
Exactly.
think that's the mentality that they're moving forward with.
You get that first taste, but then you got to come over to us for the rest.
Exactly.
And it lets the gas games go too, right? Because you got to remember, like that team at Rare who works on Sea of Thieves, like they love that shit, right? Like they want to keep it going. But again, once you start like in business, right? You start hitting that wall where the growth is not happening anymore, but the money you spend keeps going, right? So at the moment when your spend starts to outweigh how much new you're bringing in, all of a sudden it doesn't make sense. Doesn't matter if there's 50 million people. If it requires more money to spend than it is going to bring in, that's where you hit that wall, right? So they're saying, listen, in order for us to go ahead and keep spending money on this, it has to grow. Games like this don't mean anything to us because you can't be hypocritical. They already have Fallout 76 everywhere. They already have the Elder Scrolls Online everywhere, right? These are games that can grow beyond the box because they have that special thing, right? Sea of Thieves is a special type of game that if you love that game, you really love that game, right?
Even
And
though
having that open to more people is a big deal.
Even though I think that you and Cog have brought out great points to kind of like where the future is heading, I think that maybe a lot of things that people are holding on to, that they're kind of using as an argument point against this is Phil's own words when he said, when Bethesda was purchased, it's about bringing exclusive content to platforms where Game Pass exists, right? And I think that that's something that, unfortunately, for him, it's just the nature of the beast. When you say something on a certain day, you are kind of putting yourself against, not in a good spot, because things can change as a business, right? So with the ABK acquisition, I truly think that that completely changed the game for Microsoft when it comes to their gaming division. Like a $70 billion acquisition will change things and change attitudes and change focal points as a business as a whole. That's why I'm saying that and Cog and C Money and Doodle, you guys weren't here for when I said this, and I don't know if you were in here yet, Mr. Dark, but I really do think that what's happening here, to get the full grasp of what's happening, we don't have all the puzzle pieces yet. So when Phil comes out and he says the future where exclusives matter less, it's hard to see that future without understanding where they're going to be in 5 years, where they're going to be in 10 years, right? And I think that that's kind of like, I, yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Dark, dark. No, real quick, you have no audio. All of us got quiet real quick because you were talking. So, Sarah, if you could introduce this audio to the show, because Dark isn't on the show.
Oh, he's
Oh,
not on the
Talking.
No,
show.
okay.
he's. I can hear him.
We
But
can
Oh,
hear
you
him, but
can
can you
hear
hear
the
me?
chat
we
is
can
saying
hear
no
him.
Okay.
audio.
Yeah, no audio.
Oh,
There you
Chat, can
go.
you guys
There you
hear
go.
me?
Oh,
can
Now
you
he's
hear
on.
me? Can
Yeah.
you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Oh,
can hear you.
that
Yeah.
fixed it. Okay.
Yeah.
You got that
So
GTA cam going
so
right now.
nah, sorry guys.
Best
He
100
But
on,
show
what
ever.
he on a
what I
run.
was saying is about what I was saying with the
You're gonna get that
with the AMC
chancleta, boy.
sub
Hurry up.
membership. Um, there was as long as you're getting the stuff day one and you're getting all the things that you get as within an ecosystem, you're going to be on the ecosystem because you're getting all the things that kind of make you save and make you stay there. Similar like our phones, where we stay with, with an Apple or Android because of some of the things that are there. It's about the ecosystem and about how we can get some of those things, right?
Right.
So I think that's the key, the important that many of us have to get used to.
I agree with that. And the last thing I'll say, because I mean, we have so many great panel members, and I've talked too much, and people haven't had their chance yet. But the last thing I will say is that I also think that this is a strategy of Xbox to try to change what that word exclusive means. Because exclusive to the Xbox platform, I can see it dynamically changing right in front of us. Because they went from, the traditional exclusive, it's only on our box, to now where I think that they're easing us into the mentality of, no, on Xbox, what exclusives means is that you get it on Game Pass day one. That's an exclusive perk to Xbox, and that you get your cross save, you get your cross progression and all that good stuff. And then, don't get mad if we port the game 6 months, a year later. What that window's going to be is the unknown. But I think that they're just trying to change what that word exclusive means, which, and like Cox said, in the long run, it might not matter. It might work out for them.
Yeah. I like to add two things real quick. One of the things John was mentioning about like Phil Spencer being held accountable about like what he said. I think the main reason why Xbox is always like held accountable is if you compare it to like the competition, you can't really be held accountable when you really don't come out and speak anything. So I guess sometimes for their own like detrimental. Sometimes Xbox coming out and speaking to us sometimes kind of backfires to them because they try to be more transparent, and sometimes some of these decisions they kind of change like John Wolf said. Once you make a 70 billion dollar acquisition, some of the plans you have, they might change. So I think some of those things might have backfired on them. And then I wanted to add that another thing that I know a lot of fans, they do get triggered when they see these games going to other platform. But if these other games succeed in these other platform, which there's a reason why they're bringing it to other platform. If they're either they reach a milestone where they can't go any higher, or they just haven't been as big as they wanted it to be. If we want sequels, or if we want new ideas like this, this might be the best option for them to like bring it to other places, and hopefully you can bring in fans or people that purchase these games, and then you can use that money to fund other projects or sequels projects. So that's
I just don't think that that's going to
what
be
I think.
something that we can accept just quite yet. Right, like the idea that these games are not going to be exclusive for the majority of the games. Right? Like I'm all for what he said. Like I'm really big on just taking the dude's word, right? So yes, they bought this new, big they spent this money, right? So that changes things, right? But does it change things? It changed things in how they may be looking at the purchase that they did and what they're gonna how they're gonna like use the things that they purchased. Um, but the industry that we're in right this second still functions on this idea of having exclusives, right? That's why he was so quick. And again, I know a lot of us are thinking outside of it, but he was very quick to let everybody know that the fundamental way that they do things is not changing.
Hmm.
Like they still believe and they're spending money on their box, on their games. It's exclusive to them. He specifically said this is of 4 games, and they don't want you to think that that means more is coming. Understand, if you look at the 4 games outside of Sea of Thieves, every other game that was ported over already had a PlayStation version that existed, okay? So, understand, they did not they did not want they didn't put Hi-Fi Rush on Switch. Does that make sense if you're just porting stuff places?
It
Why
doesn't.
not put
Yeah.
Hi-Fi Rush on Switch? It doesn't make sense. The reason why is because they would
Can the
cost too
Switch
much
run it?
money. It was gonna cost them too much money to take Hi-Fi Rush and put it on the Switch. They don't wanna spend that money because that's not what they're trying to do here. They're trying to take advantage of what they already have. They already had these PlayStation ports ready to go. They were already made. They were when they were before they were purchased. This was all already in the works, right? We know Hi-Fi Rush was in development for 6 years or whatever it was, right? Like this was already happening. So I don't look at it as them doing this big title change, like this big tidal wave of a change. I don't think so. I think that they're taking advantage of what they have right now. These games are games that their studios want to continue working on, and they're just trying to make it make sense. The big games are going to stay with us, and I'm okay with the criteria he set in front of us. A year after things release, a minimum of a year. If it's a games as a service, like a live game, sure. After a year and it's gotten as many people as going to get, whatever that is, sure. Put it elsewhere. It's a live service game. Dope. Let it go live. No problem. Small games, games that are like passion projects, things that they're just letting their developers make that they know that they're not going to really make money on. Sure. After a year, go ahead and put it. But as soon as you start getting into the situation where you're making us question whether you're gonna have your next big game go somewhere, I think that's when things get messy. And until there are no longer consoles and everything is we're living in Netflix world for gaming where everything is just an app somewhere, until that moment happens, they can't risk it because they're still, even though right now they have everything they need to be the dominant force going forward, right? as far as mind share is concerned, we see the ponies. They're strong. They don't change, bro. They don't care. Like
Yeah.
they hold the line on their end for sure. They do not waver. We have the most muster heart feds ever known to mankind.
Absolutely.
In
Absolutely.
any sport, in anything, any type of fan you compare, Xbox has the bitch asses fans ever. That's just straight up what it is. I don't give a shit. It's the truth.
It is.
I've never seen them waver. Go ahead,
Yeah,
baby.
they're out there upset all over again, knowing that these games were going to come to other platforms.
A week ago we
They
knew.
see it. Yeah, exactly. So they see it again today, and here is the meltdown again. We already knew this was going to happen. When I saw the Nintendo Direct, I felt proud to see, when we saw Grounded on the bottom left corner, it said Xbox Game Studios. And it's like, look at where they are now. They had such a small amount of studios, and we didn't even know where the future of Xbox was going to go. And they bought all these studios, and now they have these games out there. It's a moment to kind of take in and enjoy. We knew this was happening. Now, Phil did say exclusives are important, right? And as the Direct continued, some of the games were Nintendo exclusive, right? And again, we go back to that being important and why he said we're putting these games out there, but not to the detriment of Xbox. If
Yes.
anything goes sideways, they pull right back. And I believe that this is why they're using games that they already had preset, because it's not costing them much and it's not costing them time to go ahead and set up and port these games. How well they're going to do, we don't know that. And that will dictate how they move forward. We're not to know. We don't know what's going to happen 5 years or 10 years from now. The industry changes. That's why he couldn't say we're never, ever, ever going to go ahead and have Indiana Jones go to PlayStation. As of right now, it's not going, right? Mm-hmm. But 30 years from now, 10 years from now, who's to say who's going to be in charge and what decisions will be made moving forward, right?
It's true. And you can't let it be like they ignore the very critical thing that he said, which was as long as it doesn't damage the brand. If there's opportunities, then they'll do it. But it can't damage the brand. That's the first criteria.
Absolutely.
So I don't know about you guys, but I think it would be pretty damning if they went ahead and said, hey, Starfield, that's fucking out, man.
I mean,
that's
is that
gone.
the line? Is that the line that
no,
you guys
anything that's big enough, anything that's big will damage the brand.
And it's wild how we're focusing on the idea of Xbox, right? Making or needing money, right? We're looking at what PlayStation is going through. They need the money.
Well, we don't talk about that.
CEO said
Exactly.
our games are going everywhere. He's made 3 statements to go ahead and clarify that over and over again.
Toki bailed out Xbox big time this
Yeah,
year.
to Tokyo.
Yeah, big time.
But
And
here's
for them to if I can just finish my point, for them to go ahead, for them to think that Xbox needs to go ahead and put these games out there instead of having the thought of like, okay, so the CEO has a plan to put their games everywhere. Don't we think that possibly he initiated the conversation and said, listen, we're planning to put our games everywhere. What are you planning to do? Anything? Okay, so Phil may have said, okay, we have these 4 games that we're willing to put on your platform and see how they do. And there's that exchange. But why are we always going to look at Xbox and they need the money? They're the ones that are at fault. They're the ones that created the problem. I think that narrative needs to change.
$3 trillion, bro.
If you cannot enjoy being an Xbox fan right now in its power, the best position that it's ever been, when will you go ahead and enjoy and accept their words and see the fact that they follow through with the plan and everything they've said they're going to do? Come on.
Facts.
But here's something though, Dudo. I mean, let's go back in time real quick. When they bought Minecraft, Minecraft is everywhere. Minecraft has been multi-plat since they bought it. I never saw nobody go out there and say, let's go to war. Minecraft's been there. When they bought Bethesda, right? The Elder Scrolls Online, a couple things that are servers, they are still on other platforms. They bought Activision Blizz. Call of Duty is still on other platforms. Probably some other games are going to be going over there. So I don't get why people are so agitated with this whole deal. I mean, Xbox has been for years putting their games out there. They've been doing that for years. Not only that, beforehand though, Xbox used to put games on their own console. But then when the Xbox One came out, we saw the Play Anywhere. We saw them dropping their games on PC. Now PC is another platform separated from Xbox. Separate, even though they're part of the ecosystem, but it's another platform separated from Xbox. And after that, we saw Game Pass come out. We saw Game Pass going on PC. And like I said, they've been doing this for a while. Now they're partners with Nvidia. They're putting their games on Steam, which Steam is another thing because even though it's works for PC, but it's a whole other thing. They're partners with Steam. They're putting their games on Steam. So I don't get why people get so agitated because hey, a couple of games are going to PlayStation. All right, a couple of games are going to Switch. Okay. What are y'all so agitated about since Xbox has been doing this for such a long time, guys? They've been doing it for such a long time. I understand the whole fanboy thing of fanboys rubbing it in their faces, but guess what? Hiroki Totoki last week was the first one who came out. He put that white flag out and said, "Hey, we're going third party." No matter
Are
what
you guys
we're
willing to put money on PlayStation games coming to Xbox?
going.
You,
I think
No,
it'll
five.
happen.
That's
he
five.
said
That's
it. I
five
think-
seconds of
Yeah,
all
I
of you
think-
thinking about it.
Not this.
All
Not
of
this.
you
They
did
already
this.
are coming.
All
They
of
already
you,
are.
just
No.
looked up in the
Bungie's
ceiling.
putting all their
Not-
games on Xbox.
not-
Yeah,
not
Bungie.
this.
Bungie.
No,
Yeah,
I
and
thought-
not
I
only
thought
that,
for sure.
okay,
Good point,
okay,
Flo.
okay,
I
That's
don't
a good
get
point,
why.
Flo.
What you got me
hold
is
on.
to put money. I'm not a gambler.
Let's
But-
not.
Money there already comes.
Yeah, you put money on it. Like,
Yeah, as soon as you mentioned
ugh.
money, I was like,
I'll
I'm
bet.
out. I don't gamble.
gamble.
Nah, I don't play with my money. But I will
It's a
say
guaranteed
that
win.
the CEO said it himself.
I mean,
I'll
like that's
gamble-
really what it
He's
is.
an interim
I'll
CEO.
gamble
We
this.
don't know who's
I'll
going to be the
gamble this.
next president
There's
of
already
PlayStation.
PlayStation game on Xbox. It's called MLB The Show. And people might say, "Oh no, MLB, put it over there." But guess what, guys? Sony in an article, and that article's right there. They even said that was a good move to put that game on Xbox Game Pass. They even said it themselves.
6-1, fam.
Sony
6
said
to
it
1.
themselves,
Oh, yeah.
and this is a
You're
2021
right.
article. They said it themselves. So Sony's making money, guys, off of this. So they already put the games out there. And when they bought Bungie, of course, we know Bungie put the parameters. But either way, though, their
Yeah,
games
but I think
are going
Bungie was
everywhere.
not going to put the ring on his finger, knowing that they were going to be exclusive. I think part of the deal with them was, we have to keep these games as a service alive, so multiplayer is the way to go. As every games as a service, I agree, should be multiplayer. I agree that if you have a game sitting down doing nothing in your platform, might as well sell it somewhere else. For example, even though I don't like it, Hi-Fi Rush kind of it reaches ceiling on the Xbox. I get it. It saddens me because that's my game of the year last year, and I love that game. I really love that game, and it saddens me that Xbox player didn't give it a chance. So I get it. It's going to other platforms. Sea of Thieves, I get it. It reaches ceiling. Give it to another platform. I get these things. I get it from a business standpoint, but once you start talking about Halo, Gears, and Forza,
That's when they get
that's
Yeah,
that's
that's not
to
how
me
it's a
that's
problem.
that's a hell of a line to cross. Yeah, I understand that. Yes, Xbox used to share their games. They put their games on PC. That is right. I get it. That's fine. But PC is not actively competing against you to take exclusives away from you. Not like Sony and Nintendo. And we know from the court hearings and things like that in the papers, Sony was actively doing that.
I
You
like
have,
Joey Kraken. I like him.
you have a Monster Hunter game that is exclusive to Nintendo, and that thing is not coming to Xbox.
Mhm.
Is it
It
coming?
was
We
also a
don't know.
3DS game.
Do you want
It
that?
was also a 3DS game that
I'm not,
they
I'm not even sure I
brought
want the
back.
freaking
No,
PlayStation games
doesn't.
either.
It doesn't matter if you want it or not,
Keep it.
or I want it or not. But
Principle.
you don't know if there's a little corner, 100,000 people that like those kind of niche games and will love it to play on their Xbox. And
Yeah, but
because
that's
they don't
nothing
have-
new, bro. That's been the way Xbox has been missing games from Japan forever. And if
Whose fault is
anything,
that?
But if anything, they've been
They've worked
working
hard
to
to get
fix
them.
that in a big way, right? We got Yakuza's all up in our Game Pass for El Gratis.
Persona,
We got
El
Persona all up in our
Gratis.
Game Pass for El Gratis. Like, we can't sit here and try to like hold
Knock.
Phil over the ledge. Like, yo,
Yep.
Monster
I'm
Hunter.
not-
Like,
I'm not.
come on, man.
Monster Hunter's a big IP though.
Well, wait,
Well,
we have,
not
we
the
have,
little
has-
one,
but wait, we
not
have
the
Monster
baby
Hunter.
one. They're getting the big ones. The
Yeah,
big ones
the
coming to
little one's a Game
Xbox.
Pass.
We can't predict what a little game can do. Look what Brotato or Vampire Survivors.
What I'm
Okay,
saying-
so
Oh,
let me
oh,
ask you a
Potato's
question.
fine.
You said you
Any game-
love
any
Hi-Fi
game that-
Rush, right?
Yes.
So if the funds are from putting it in a different platform to make you a second game of that game that you love so much,
yes,
aren't you with it?
as long as they give me something back.
Oh, you want the exchange?
Oh,
You want to
Put it this
You're
way,
like,
put it this
what
way.
we getting for all
We
this?
have children. Put it this way. We
I
have
mean,
children.
what
Some
you're
of us
doing.
in the panel have children.
Mhm.
Imagine if your kid is always the one sharing their toys, but every time the next door neighbor, the kid never shares anything. As a mother or a father, would you think that's fair?
I mean, depending on how much money you getting for you sharing that toy.
I was about to say,
It seems like they're getting a nice bag for the sharing that they get.
The kid is sharing his Power Wheels and things like that. All the nice things is being shared, but they
But
got
for
something.
money. Xbox is
You
not
get-
doing this for free.
When you get there, you get a
Xbox
nice
is getting
check that get
70
mailed to
That's
your
right.
house.
I'm a consumer. I don't get a dime from Microsoft. What
Well, you do because that's how you get Game Pass games, right? That's how they fund it. That's how they fund the sequels. This is the thing. Remember the article? Remember when Phil said every time we put a game on PlayStation, they use that 30% to try to take us down,
Yep.
right? Imagine what we could do with that 70%. You know what I'm saying? If they could try to take us down with 30, what we gonna do with that 70, right? This is the thing. You gotta look at this and understand that we are approaching the next generation. Okay, right now, Xbox is setting up for that moment. This right now where we are. It's like the original Xbox back in the day, the first one that came out. Right, we are in that same type of momentum where we're building back up and getting hyped, and people are like, "Oh shit, what is this Xbox thing?" Right. Now what they're going to do is they're going to do exactly what they did on the 360, and they're going to jump early and force people who are into the better looking graphics, who want Call of Duty, but they want it running at the best frame rate or at the highest fidelity. And they're going to make people who are on PlayStation question and say, do I sit here and play the newest Call of Duty at this frame or with this quality graphics when I can go get the new and play that shit like never before, right? Like, that is what they're doing. They're setting you up to put you in a position where come the next gen, when we're back to a blank slate and everybody gets to pick, you're going to have a hard ass look. And you're going to say, okay.
We can't say there's a blank slate when there's a people who has digital libraries.
Joey,
Blanks.
Well, I mean, they don't have to get rid of
That
their
thing
open.
about blank slate is not the norm anymore. Sorry, my dog.
Well, I mean, I don't think, but back then, I think people would take their console and trade it in. Right now, I think most people just keep their shit unless you just keep your PlayStation 5 if you have games on there that you want to play, right?
I agree. And
That's-
Louis,
that's
to
all
your
gonna
point
move forward.
before, Matt Booty did say that, some games are bigger than a platform, right? And he was talking about Minecraft. He's talking about Roblox, right? And to
Call of Duty.
think that Sea of Thieves or Grounded could be one of those games as well. I mean, how can you not try, right?
I
And
mean, they're
let's not
unique, they're
forget,
special.
they're not stupid, right? It's cross play, but not cross save. These games are not going
Yes.
to be cross save, meaning you can't. The temptation out there of saying, okay, well, these games are now on Nintendo or they're on PlayStation. Let me go ahead and get one of those instead and get rid of my Xbox. You can't take your save with you.
So
Do you understand that?
if you're a pirate legend on Sea of Thieves and on Xbox, and you say, "Oh, it's on PlayStation now," when you go to PlayStation, you start at the bottom.
Exactly.
There's you're not a pirate legend anymore. They're separate. There's no cross save. That's exclusive to Xbox.
As a Sea of Thief player, I gotta say
You're semen. You're semen.
it's not that hard anymore to
What
reach.
was holding? My question is:
Pirate legend.
Hard
this
pause
all
on that one.
sounds great. Everything is fine. It's gonna do great for Xbox. What was holding all these customers back to buy an Xbox to play the same games they're gonna play now
But
that is going to
but
PlayStation?
but here's the
Why
thing.
nobody
It's a
migrated?
small game.
Why
It's
nobody
a small
migrated to play those games on Xbox?
Here's the thing, though,
But
Joe.
because we
now
haven't got the
everybody's gonna
games that
go play
they
it on.
want to play. The games
If
that they
you
want to
want,
play are going to be Hellblade 2, Indiana Jones, Avowed.
Absolutely.
Those games are not going anywhere. They're
And
but
right
why?
exactly where we are.
and
They
Joey,
haven't released yet.
when you were on our show, you had mentioned how many countries don't even
I
know
was
that
about to
Xbox
get there. I
exists,
was about to get
and
there.
that how many countries don't even know that Game Pass exists, right? Okay, so why are we not looking at this and thinking, okay, this is a way for them to advertise, to go ahead and put their games and know that, oh, this was made by Xbox. What's Xbox, right? And this is how you go ahead and do this type of advertisement. You're growing.
Yep. And
You're growing your
and Joe
money,
and
but you're
Joey
not growing you're not
and,
growing your ecosystem that much
and
because
Joey.
let's say somebody buys Hi-Fi Rush and CFTs on PlayStation. Like, oh, these are
Okay.
great Xbox games. I'm gonna go buy an Xbox. Where?
Joey,
Okay.
let,
Where? Where are you
let
buying
me
the
let,
Xbox
let
if
me
your
jump real
country
quick.
doesn't offer it?
Let me jump real quick and
Well,
tell you
well,
something,
Cloud
Joey.
Joey,
gaming
what do you
and don't
think?
give me with cloud gaming because I don't have cloud gaming.
All right.
Where I live,
But the
there's no
point is
cloud
that they
gaming.
can grow it.
There's no Microsoft perks.
You
There's
have
no
been
Xbox selling
asking why
or
don't they advertise? Why don't they do
so
more? And they do more, and then you knock them for it. You can't have that
that's
mentality.
not doing
This is a
more.
So
mentality
That's
that's
not
out
you
there,
guys,
and
to
this
me.
is
That's not
part of the
doing more.
hello?
problem.
That means
We
to
You guys
me
hear
that's
me?
like
criticize them
Yeah, we
throughout
can.
everything
We
that
can
they
hear you.
do.
We can hear
That's
you.
bullcrap.
So let
Can
me,
I
to
ju-
but
me
Joey,
that's just
let me.
can,
So I'll tell you this, right? I think you make a great point. So I'll give you a quick story, right? I used to be in the military, and I used to carry when I used to be in the military. I used to carry my Xbox, and I leave it back at the base because once I went out and after months I came back, I wanted to sit down and play my Xbox, right? I had no internet or Xbox Live. All I could play electronic type of games. I understand that um, in certain parts of the world they may be expensive, but one thing that I do like about the Xbox platform is that I can actually access wherever I want. So what I mean by that is, okay, there is no, let's just say Xbox Cloud Gaming, just like Crazy Lou says in DR. But let's just say they allow you to do it through your Samsung TV, or they allow it to do to some, or you have an Xbox One that you can access in some way. I think the fact that a platform is allowing you to take your library to go is kind of like the same thing when I look at movies anywhere, right? I buy a movie that I have digitally and I can access it on many different platforms through movies anywhere. And I think what's happening in this generation, this is just my opinion as someone that has been since the OG Xbox, and many of you guys here is when you look at the Xbox One and how that went, I look at Microsoft and what they've purchased now. This is sort of their PS4 kind of um, era where they're building back that trust. They're building back the games that they have. They're building back overall the platform to show you what was great about it. You got games. So yes, you're right. You're not going to have some people sometimes to go over because we're all creatures of habits, right? Why is it if I told anyone here who uses an Android phone, come over to Apple, you'll be like, nah, man, nah, fam, I'm good. I got my ecosystem, right? But if I showed you, yo, let me tell you how on the Apple side, I'm giving this an example. I play on Android too, so in case you guys I'll say, hey, look, if you come on this side, let me show you all the cool things you can do. That's what needs to be done,
You don't
right?
play on no Android.
As someone that used to work in the Microsoft stores, when I used to show people the Xbox platform, I used to be like, look, this is your Xbox console. Let me show you. Let me get your phone. I download the Xbox app. Look, you can play Xbox now on your phone. And it was that type of marketing, that type of sort of romancing the ecosystem that also needs to be done to showcase how you can interact with the Xbox platform. And that's the one thing that's great. And we're going to get to a point where it's going to be mostly about the reason you game on a certain thing, but you still go and dip your toe somewhere else is because how the platform offers you all these great things. You just got to let things go. Things are not going to happen overnight. We still have infrastructure that's not great in other parts of the world. So we need to find other ways or other devices we have to find that can get to other parts of the world so that if Xbox wants to be global and sort of, everywhere, they have to be able to find ways to meet their customers where they're at depending on the situation. So that's something that needs to be figured out.
Absolutely.
So
Facts.
so
I
so
agree.
let,
somebody's
let me
getting
jump in
beat
real
down in the
quick, Joey.
background.
Here's the thing with the Xbox Series X consoles, right?
Yeah.
Remember, they're not making $1 in that console. They're not making a single buck. They said it before. They're not making any money. That's the first thing. So now, if you go to PlayStation side, because remember, Sony has a different market strategy, right? they gotta show those numbers of those consoles. They gotta show the investors that everything is going great, it's selling and all this stuff. Now, let me give you a little bit of marketing, right? When Sony bundles a game, when they say, okay, let me bundle this game here, and you go out there, you buy the console for the same price with the game in it. Why do you think they do that? Here's why, Joey, real quick. With the software, they make more money than what would they make with the hardware. So that's why they bundle those games on there so they can make that extra bucks that they want to make. And this is why I said this before. When media goes out there, Sony says this, we sold 10 million copies, right? We sold 10 million, 50 million copies. How many of those? Because they're not going to say it. All they're going to say, we sold. That's all they're going to say. That's all they're going to post out. And that's all that everybody's going to show. We sold 15 million copies. But how many of those copies were bundled? That's the first question. How many of those copies were actually played? That's the second question. That's the questions people don't ask, because all they say is they grab these numbers and they go out there and say, "Oh, look, it's sold 15 million. It's doing fantastic." Yet, how many people actually played it? Yeah, how many people sat down and did this? Yeah, how many people has done this? Example: Hi-Fi Rush reached the goal for 3 million players. Yeah, we haven't heard any more news that it's actually gone to 5, 6, 7, 8 million players. Right? We have not heard any more news. So that game actually reached a cap. So what are they going to do? They say, okay, let's move this over here. And this is why Sony came out. And this is why Sony came out and said, we are going third party, because where the money is at is in software, not hardware. They're not making as much because that console, probably the cost of that console, they're probably making a really small profit of margin right there with that console.
Yeah,
So
they're
that's
making like PlayStation's doing like, if I'm not mistaken, I could be extremely wrong, but they're making like $20 per console.
they're
But
probably making 20
I don't
bucks.
think, but I don't think that's the reason you sell a bundle. The reason you sell consoles and the bundles itself, one is
No,
enticing
this
for somebody to take the
exactly.
console of the game, but at the same time, the real
Yeah.
mission from Sony to sell a bundle is that you're in their ecosystem. That means you have
No,
access to their
it's,
store.
it's
You have access to their store.
and
That means you can download a game, you can buy microtransactions, and buy other games. I
yeah, and
don't
not
really
only
think Sony bundling a game is really what they care about. They care once you in their store, you're in their ecosystem. That means every penny you're going to spend is theirs. If Spider-Man has to suffer for that, it doesn't matter to them, I think,
it
for the
does.
simple fact that that's great
It
marketing
does.
to them. And every time there's great marketing for them, people are still going to buy their consoles.
It does.
PlayStation has turned into the default console right now, next to Nintendo.
It
Like
does
no
matter
one
to them.
default console. When
It,
you think Spider-Man, even though Sony's not selling, they're still selling the console.
but
And
here's the thing,
kids are
though.
buying that.
Okay,
People are buying that.
they can buy that.
So I
Okay,
don't
that's
think they
cool.
really care if their Spider-Man is not being
But
played. The money's already in the pocket. And they
but here,
got you in their store.
But Marvel cares.
Marvel cares because
Marvel is getting
remember,
Absolutely.
no, 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 no,
believe me,
Money,
believe me,
baby.
Marvel is getting that
because
check either way. Marvel
no,
is getting that check either way.
because
Sony's not going to break a
remember
relationship with
from
Marvel having Spider-Man exclusive
remember from the
without
leak,
giving them a check. They're going to give them that check.
the leak in special details, they said they got to sell this much of Spider-Man
Right.
and this
Yep.
much of stuff. They actually said it in the leak. This is why I'm telling you,
Yep.
they bundle
Yeah,
this.
I know. I read the leak.
Because
I
here's the
sat
thing.
down.
Here's the thing. They bundle this to show everybody. Okay, we sold this much. And again, like I asked these questions, how much were they bundled? How much did they actually play it? How much did they actually sit down and have fun with the game? Because listen, Joey, the leak showed us what
Yes,
PlayStation
the
gamers
leak
play,
showed us,
and
but let's
that
say something.
is third
Louis,
party
here's a
games
question.
for
If you
most
have something
tops.
exclusive like Spider-Man in your pocket and
All
it
right,
didn't sell well,
all right.
you're willing to lose that license, or you're going to pull the check and take that loss in order to not lose that license?
Oh, they're
Hey
gonna do
man,
what they did with MLB,
no,
and
no,
they're
no,
gonna
no,
put their
MLB
games everywhere and just
everywhere.
be
Yeah.
forced to do
So you
whatever Marvel
you're
tells
saying
them
that
to
today
do.
Spider-Man is coming to Xbox? That's what you're saying?
Mm-mm.
I
That's
believe Spider-Man
possible.
will
I
come to
believe,
Xbox.
Yes.
I believe
I
it
think
does.
I
that
believe
Listen,
Venom is coming too.
Wolverine's already a PC
Well,
exclusive.
I know.
What are you talking
I guess
about?
exclusive,
What are
baby.
you talking about? They already
Guys,
sold
guys,
y'all.
didn't
They already
Xbox
sold y'all.
Hey guys,
Because let me jump
real
in real
quick
quick.
before we
Who
gotta go,
has?
Yeah.
Lou, before we
What's up?
gotta go,
All right.
Lord Cognito
I got a
has to
boogie.
bounce.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
you got
sorry.
a
I-
boogie.
I
was
yeah.
just about to
Sorry,
say
guys.
we are about to
Y'all
do
was cooking. Y'all was
Yeah.
cooking. I was watching in the background.
Thank you so much for coming to hang out with us.
Love,
Tornado,
love.
really.
Yeah, salute. Good to see everybody here showing
Look,
love.
Courtney.
Passionate. You know what I'm saying? I love it, man. Lou, everybody, MJ, Xbox International 100 episodes. We gotta celebrate. There's not a lot of us around still doing this, and y'all staying consistent. And it's good to see the community come out like this. Is what I like to see. Everybody in here, you know what I mean. And Joey, we still love you too. I know you're upset right now.
I haven't put my point across yet.
I know you got your PowerPoint. You ready? You about to break this down. But love, Jay Vargas, I get a chance to holler at you, and all the other people I get a chance to holler. But good love, good seeing y'all. Enjoy y'all day, and again, salute 100. That is big, brother, and always good to see you when you pull up. For real.
Cheers. Thank you so much.
Listen,
Hey, Jay Vargas.
we're actually going to be hopping out too.
Where you guys heading out? Okay.
Yeah, because we got the kids, and we just did the stream, and the kids are like, what's going on?
Thank you guys so much for coming by.
But Jay Vargas was good, fam.
What's up,
What's
baby?
going on?
Jay Vargas, what's up with the Knicks, man? Told you.
Man, get out of here with the Knicks, bro.
Yo. All right, listen, guys. We got to roll, man. But listen, thank you guys so much, man.
Thank
Appreciate
you
you having us on. Yo, straight up, congrats on the 100, man.
guys.
That's really dope. I told you guys, I always really liked your like whole flight thing. That's just dope. So keep rocking, man. Keep doing
Absolutely.
and thanks for inviting us. All right, man.
Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you
guys
guys
so much.
Everyone,
Have a
guys,
great
thank
night.
you for hanging out with us, really.
You too. Thank you.
Please.
Thanks for stopping by.
All right. Super shows, Jay Vargas. What's up? What's up, Cracker? What are you gonna say?
There's a girl behind you, bro.
Purple Haze.
Again? Oh, Purple Haze. Oh,
No, behind you on the scene.
Yeah,
On the-
see, I-
Look
things
behind
are
you.
good, man.
That's that Xbox
Saying,
exclusive
yo,
goes
you
to
better hurry up.
back there.
Lou, you got some people to introduce real quick.
yeah, real quick, before I challenge Joey today, because
No, it's all love.
I know, because every time I say something, people say I challenge people. I don't understand. I don't know what's happening, but either way, though.
We could introduce Doug Bowser and Reggie Fils-Aimé in the back, too.
Oh man. What's up, Jay Vargas? Thank you for joining us on the 1000 episode, brother. Thank you.
1,000 episode. Oh,
1,000.
oh,
Hey,
wow.
I exaggerated that number a little bit. On the 100 episode, Jay Vargas.
Or math. He doesn't know math. Hey, Lou,
Hey.
we're going to go back with the Monopoly money this week, and we'll continue working.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I only said it as a joke. but either way.
Don't bring out the Monopoly money. He got too many paper cuts last time. We can't do that.
Has that ever happened on Monopoly, to be honest?
Yeah, it happened. It happened to me once. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Non-stop, yeah. Dominican.
I'm going to ask Lou for $1,000, and he's going to give me 10,000.
Oh, nice.
That'll be nice. Anyways, Jay Vargas, how are you doing, brother? How's everything? And thank you for joining us tonight, man.
Sorry I'm a little late. I appreciate the invite. It was just I got the invite and I was like, yeah, I had to jump on it just to come and congratulate you guys on 100. I'm looking forward to 1,000.
Yeah,
But
hopefully.
Jeez.
With Lou, we don't know about that. We can't promise you that.
What do you mean with me, man? I mean, what? We'll get there.
We'll try.
Trust the Lou. We're gonna get there. Trust the Lou. Trust the Lou.
Oh,
We
Doug,
can't hear you.
We got someone else, Lou, too. Also.
Oh, I know. Purple Haze. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. How are you doing? How's everything? And welcome to the 100th episode.
Hey, yeah, no, thanks for having me. Sorry, my camera's not working right now. Something's going on, but I just want to say congrats on 100. You know, definitely an accomplishment there. So, congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for the
Truly
support,
appreciate
too.
it. Yeah.
Thank you. But anyways, should I keep on with Joy? Or sorry, you want to ask more questions?
Actually, I want to ask one
I wasn't
question.
even asked the question, but go ahead.
To make sure that this is one question I want to go, and I want to get everyone's answer to see what everyone thought is. So, let's say, what is your wish? Your one wish, if you had like a magical wand that you can do anything in the gaming industry, you can accomplish anything. What would that one wish be? Let's start with Purple.
Oh man, I need a little bit
pressure.
more.
No pressure at all.
No pressure at all.
Y'all already know what it's about with me. Bring back Stadia. That's 100%. You already know 100% with that. Bring it back. Bring back the bot model. I would love that.
All right.
That's awesome.
Will you bring it the exact same way, or will you make any changes?
I already told you, like, I think it was awesome the way it is, but I mean, it's not what consumers wanted. But you said any wish, man. And most of y'all's wish is gonna be impossible too. So go ahead.
No, you're fine. I just wanted to double check. How about you, Vargas?
So for me, I want to see a game that is only going to get the full Xbox experience. That you're like, wow, this can't be accomplished on any other system except Xbox. I don't really care about the games going third party as long as my Game Pass is fed. I'm good with that. But just that one experience, like the closest thing we had to that was when they announced Horizon, and they had that photorealism intro, and we were all like, "Wow, I thought that was really Mexico." And then he was like, "Oh, it's a game," and I was like, "Awesome!" But I really wanted to see a game that really like milked every part of the console. That you're like, wow, this is something that's really a truly an Xbox experience. Like, I get that they're making games for PC or whatever, but you can still do that and still get that experience. Just that that's something that grabs you, like Halo did when the first Xbox came out. We haven't got that yet. I feel that's my personal opinion. I just want that.
Okay. What about you, Dark?
Dark?
Can you repeat just the question again, just to make sure that I?
Okay,
He wants the Knicks in the playoffs.
So, what is your one wish if you had a magical wand that you can do anything in the gaming industry that you
Let
like?
me answer for him that he wishes that the Switch can run games at 60 frames per second. Go ahead, sir, continue.
Code Veronica.
Hey, the Switch still pulls its weight, man. Unlike your ROG Ally, can even run it for 20 seconds, man. With the battery life. Go back to your ROG Ally, bro.
We got an SD card
No,
slot when it works.
Code Veronica 4K 60.
So,
I mean,
so when you mean anything in the game industry, you're talking about like what would I like when it comes to a game, when it comes to just the business, anything?
anything that you like. Just you got that one wish.
Oh, my one wish is to finally have a handheld that can meet the power and battery that I want to be able to play, but match it in the sense that I can just take it and play anything I want on the go. I know, we can do that right now, but I'm talking about having all of the games on the ecosystem and just being able to play wherever I want with it, especially for me, right? As a parent and the way I've changed my gaming habits, I'm liking where we're headed right now with some of the PC handhelds, and I just want to be able to have something that can at least also meet the fidelity to kind of blur the lines between what I do on a console or while on the go to its full extent. So that would be one of my wishes, and I hope that kicks off when it comes to some sort of handheld that allows me to do all those things.
Okay. Plume, I know you've been pretty quiet. You still there? I think Plume is gone.
I think
He fell asleep.
Canada didn't tap his internet.
All right, let's go to Joe Fannencracker. What's that one wish you would have?
To ponies to go away. No, I don't know. Well, I want this game to come back. Unapologetically, come back.
Oh yes,
as
Conquer
soon as
game.
possible.
That's a great game.
I actually
who-
talked
who
about
cares
that
if it
game
offends- Who cares if it
Purple's
offends
channel.
somebody? Bring it back. That's what I want.
I talked about that game in
Purple.
Purple channel. For Purple,
Oh,
thought
Dark,
it
we
was,
can't hear you,
thought
bro.
it was a little bit
Here's my pitch
rated
for
M.
Conquer. Conquer can come back and exist, and this is how I would do it if I actually had any skills to develop a game. It would be Conquer being a parody of Xbox first party studios, kind of like Wreck-It Ralph, where he just goes through on an adventure, and then in the first game you put the top titles, right? He goes through Master Chief, he goes through Hellblade, he goes through Forza in a Mario Kart style game, and it would be literally a tribute to all Xbox IPs that he continues to build. That would be how you bring Conquer back, and I think he can still exist
That would be dope.
in a
Yeah,
way
that'll
that
be dope.
he doesn't have to be what people kind of see as taboo now or politically correct, but he can still be fun, and he can still have a personality, because if you have good writing, I think you can make it happen.
And then for the multiplayer, you can add all the other
And Crazy Drew
mascot.
would be the Christmas Pooh guy, the big Pooh guy.
With
for
me,
for for
am
the
I being
multi
the game? Yes.
for the multiplayer, you can add all the other mascot. That way, I can use the katana and just cut Banjo Kazooie's
So you want
head
Blitz
off.
because it'll be called Furries in Time. That'll be the same. That'll be the game.
That'll be fair. That'll be fair.
Why is that
Uh,
Banjo?
okay, well, Wolf, what would be your wish? I'm curious.
Oh no.
I'll be
Sonic beat Mario. That's never gonna happen though.
yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I still believe. So
Oh Lord.
I think for me it would be, we've seen in the industry, and it's funny, because we're having this conversation tonight, and when you ask me the question, I really do think about it, and it would be that every studio can at least make enough money to greenlight another project. I think that, unfortunately, we see a lot of times, and we've seen, we're all gamers here. We've been gaming all our lives. How many studios have gone away because they just haven't sold enough? And we love the franchises. Look at that Dead Space. I'm thinking, that Dead Space studio. I'm thinking so many studios that have just been disbanded, and it just one wish I could have is that they all can just carry on and see their next iteration. Because you can easily go from an Uncharted 1 to an Uncharted 2 if you give a team more money and more time. So that would be mine.
Okay. All right. What about you, Crazy? I see
Me?
you on camera. What's
See
your
that.
wish in gaming?
Real quick before I do my wish on gaming, let me go real fast to these amazing super chats and things that have been going on, man. Sanchez Martinez Gaming gifted 5 Xbox International Podcast memberships. Thank you so much, brother, for
Thank you.
that. Really appreciate it. And oh man, here we go down the list. We have another. Where's that super chat at? Oh, let me go up. It's from Ryu Art. Here we go.
Somebody needs to mute
Ryu
their
are
mic.
gaming with an amazing, beautiful, awesome $5 super chat. He says, "Thank God, Nintendo, not third party. Kids playing better games like Power World, Roblox, Minecraft, Fortnite. LOL. Hashtag Pro Station Pork Beggars. Hashtag Mustard Gang."
Well, real
Oh,
quick, there is a background noise. I don't know who it's coming
yeah.
from.
There's
It,
background noise out
oh,
there.
okay, okay, okay.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like a conversation or
Yeah.
something like in the background.
Yeah. But
Just don't want to dox you or anything.
but I got a wish though, and it's like the most impossible wish. I wish this whole fanboy fight thing would just go
Oh,
away.
that's not gonna happen.
I know
You,
that's
No,
not
you
gonna
don't.
happen.
you.
You
That's
have fun,
no,
Lou.
no.
Come
We
on.
we, 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 we we have fun. We have fun, but
Unfortunately, that won't
but
happen.
but but it's fun in ways. But at the end of the day, some fans just are so locked in that they're not enjoying these games that are on these platforms and everywhere else. And we sit here and we talk about how great these games are, and I wish that they had a taste of it and they sat down and enjoyed games like we all do here. That's actually a wish that I hope it can happen. I hope that actually Xbox does change that narrative and get these guys to play these awesome games from them because they have made such great games. I mean, we all saw the whole Starfield thing about media going out there saying, "Oh, it's empty. There's nothing to do." Yet we played it, and man, there's always something to do in Starfield. There's always something to it's an amazing game. And so when people ask me about it, they say, "Oh, it's empty because the media said so." I'm like, "No, it's not. I played it. Why don't you guys try it out? You guys got to go ahead and try it in order to enjoy it." I even had a person that played it for 5 days tell me that it's empty. I said, "Dude, you played it for 5 days. How can it be empty?" It's just it's crazy how these fanboy things stuff go out. And can I just make one more wish too?
Oh my God, two wishes?
Yeah, just one more real quick.
Oh my,
You're being
we
greedy.
kind of
Man,
cheating here. Yeah.
I
yeah,
wish
real,
that ghost disappeared from back of you.
what's up, Ghosty? Oh man, I wish I had a ghost in my house, man. I'd be
Wait,
talking
why
to
did the
her.
door open?
I wish
No
it did, man.
joke, no joke. Look, it opened.
What
It
the?
wasn't open.
It was always open, man. What are you talking
No,
about?
it wasn't.
Yeah, it
El
was.
Cuco.
Cuco, yeah, El Cuco's coming to eat me, man. My other wish is that these rumors, man. My God, they gotta stop. Oh man, talk positive about them. Don't be throwing it out there, driving people crazy to sell their consoles or throw them in a garbage can or pull them out of garbage can, like we all know someone who did. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I wish it just all this stuff just goes away and we actually sit down and enjoy talking about gaming and just have fun. How it's meant to be. It's an entertainment system, not a war system, for God's sakes.
Well, Lou, if the rumors go away, how will people get their you know,
I'm talking about the bad
how
rumors.
will they
Bring
get
positive
their
stuff.
how will they get their clicks and their views?
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, how they get them subjects. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Not bad. Not bad. But those are my wishes, man. Those
All
are my
right,
wishes.
before you go, real quick, there's a member,
Yep.
uh, 6.
Month from first class. MJ Dark says, "This crazy Louis. I won't read this super chat correctly. Yet I did. But prison life is tough. John Wolf. Switch games are best on Switch. Nick Nets. I read it
Is that
right.
no? You didn't. You were going so good. Knicks are greater than
Still,
Nets.
Nick Nets. Nick Nets.
Nick
still read it
Nets.
wrong.
Hey,
You
That's
messed it
the
up at the
title.
end. You were
Nick
doing
Nets.
so
I was
well.
right.
You
He
did
was not
okay.
there.
The
Oh,
only part,
but he
the
put
only
an
part he
arrow.
messed
How the
up,
hell am I supposed to know what the
Well,
arrow means,
What do you
man?
mean? What do you
Yo,
mean?
I don't
this
know
is
what that
Luke. He
means.
doesn't know. His first day in prison, they told him bend over. He's like, "What do you mean?" He's like,
well, Lou,
Oh
look,
my
the
god.
only thing you messed up on is that he really wrote Yuzu over Switch, but we'll just leave that to you.
I did not mess up on that.
keep that malware off my Switch.
And
Hey, man.
real quick, MJ Dark sends another 20. Wait, is that yes? Sends a $20 amazing, beautiful, awesome super
It's
chat, and
not
he
20
says,
rupees, man.
"Wait, what? Why are you picking on me like that?" He says, "I want to say congratulations to my XPI brothers. 100 episodes is something to be proud of." It says Prudu. It says Prudu. You
Oh, there you
misspelled
go.
it. It says
There you go.
Prudu.
Oh,
There
I
you go.
It's
misspelled it.
Prudu.
Hope
Yes,
you
you
didn't read it
misspelled.
correctly
Yes,
because I know how
yes,
your
you
brain
misspelled.
works.
Yes. I love you guys in this
See, it worked.
community. You're very
Brolu.
stupid.
Brolu, bro. Brolu.
Bro. And here's to many more. Hopefully, Louis gets probation by episode 500. Oh man, don't wish that probation on me, guys. Oh, but thank you, Dart. Thank you so much. But hey, take it away, Sarah. The Plume's back, Mr.
All
Jason
right, yeah,
Biggs.
yeah. I
All
want to hear
right.
from Plume. I haven't heard
I
anything
thought
from
Plume fell
Plume
asleep,
today.
man. I was like, yo, is he
Yeah,
snoring?
I think I heard him snoring.
No, I had some issues I had to take care of in the house, so I'm back now. I finished them. I'm ready to go.
All right, so here's the question for you, Plume. So, what is your one wish if you had a magical wand that you can do anything in the gaming industry?
Pause.
You got a sick mind, man.
Y'all do.
Waving that wand around, man. Careful. Gonna poke an eye out.
I would choose that Xbox gets to put all their games on PlayStation. Halo, Gears.
Oh, do I have something
this
to
is gonna
tell
get
you, brother?
clipped.
Welcome to the PlayStation International Podcast 100.
Brother,
Some men
you don't
just
have
like
to wish
watch
any
you love
longer.
bed.
Oh,
No, I don't know. Just continuing expanding out the way that like the immersion of these games. I feel like we're go through generation to generation. We're at a point now. Well, I don't feel like there's a massive jump in the overall immersion. Yeah, games look better, they run better, and all that type of stuff. But if we can get to a point, if you remember, going from like the OG Xbox to the 360, like another one of those wow moments, or even like I think VR is a pretty big wow moment. I was playing a bit of it in like multiplayer the other day, and the way people were interacting on VR and multiplayer is just it brought me back to those days where you experience something for the first time. So I'm just hoping we continue on that like progression as new generations and new consoles and new games come out where that creativity and immersion just continues.
Okay, sweet. All right. Before I go to you, Silent, I'm actually gonna jump ahead, and I'm gonna cheat like Crazy Lou did. I'm gonna say
What?
2. Yeah, I'm gonna do it with 2. So the first one I would do is it's because I
Genie
gotta have
gives you
that
three
game.
wishes. Remember, Genie gives you 3 wishes.
No, I'm just gonna
I
go with
wish
2.
Star Citizen was a real game.
I definitely want RPG experience of the Lich King himself, Arthas Menethil.
Nice.
I want like kind of like a Witcher style of like of Arthas. I feel like his story is a great story to tell, and I feel like you should definitely do that.
I thought you were gonna say you wanted AEW to actually make a good game, but go ahead.
Well, that's another one, but that's a different story.
You want Vince
But
McMahon to
Well, with those riders, man, they ain't gonna make a good game though. Man.
but the other one, I would definitely say I do want an evolution in what is the co-op experience. I feel like it's been a little bit like stagnant. Now that most people play online, I feel like we need, hopefully, now with AI integration and everything, they figure out a way where like when you play a game, it doesn't like most games that are co-op, it's either like you have a host and you play through the host story and kind of like that's it. And there's very few games that actually like you can go through it and have a co-op experience where like each person have their own like true experience and have their own true story. So I kind of want an evolution on that, and hopefully we'll get there soon. Silent, what is your wishing game?
Nintendo to die.
That is not Nintendo dying.
That can't be granted.
Last man standing.
I wouldn't want that, because the thing is like if they die, then I can't watch someone continue to just reiterate on the same thing over and over again. And
Just say the truth. If they die, you can't play Pokemon. Just
Well,
yeah.
Cypher, look at it like this: Nintendo's
Yes,
like the cockroach of the gaming industry. They just evolve.
Cockroach of cockroach of the industry is pretty accurate.
He has power now, so he doesn't need Pokemon anymore.
What level is your Pikachu, Silent?
Oh, I'd have to load it back up on my Game Boy.
Look, see him switching the back. You can see it right there. He has a Nitro deck, just like John Wall.
Nope. But if I had a wish,
frauds.
if I had a wish for the gaming industry right now, I think, and this might be a selfish one, but personally, I want to see a return of the single and double A games. I feel like at this point in time, we've gotten to this situation. Like, you look at Sony right now, right? Hundreds of millions of dollars put into like Spider-Man 2. I miss the days when we could have double A games. Like, look back at PS3, look back at Xbox 360 era, right? Like, when we were playing on those systems, we were eating really good on a regular basis with a ton of really cool games, like all the time. Like, it was wild, the amount of content that we ended up seeing in that like single and double A ecosystem. And so for me, the thing is like I keep seeing all these things that come out and stuff, and it's like, oh, we're gonna make a quadruple A, we're gonna make a triple A. It's like, I get it, and that's cool, but it only gets you so far, and you're only making like one game every 6 to 7 years. Like, I miss when we could see more innovation, more chances taken by these studios, because when they had a shorter dev time, like you could see them bounce from one genre to another genre, kind of going all over the place, and they could do more things. Like, look at the fact that we ended up with like 3 Fear games in one generation, or a couple Condemned games, or like that doesn't happen anymore. Like, we got GTA 5 on the Xbox 360. We're 2 generations ahead now. Like, that's unnecessary. Like, I get it. It's going to be a gem, I'm sure, when it comes out. But there could be so much more that you could do at a shorter period of time. And it doesn't have to be 120 hours worth of gameplay. I'm sure most of you guys can agree with me, especially Plume, with like younger kids and stuff. Like, you don't have a lot of time to play games, right? So if you can cut 20 or 30 minutes in here or there, that's beneficial to you. Like, those shorter storylines at least allow you the opportunity to get through a story, move on to a different game. That's why I like stuff like Brotato. That's why I like some of these other games I've been playing recently, is because it's not like an Assassin's Creed where I'm spending 8 or 9 full days in that ecosystem just to beat the game. That's not for me anymore. I don't have that time. So I think that's my thing.
Yeah. Well, the other thing, real quick, I would like to jump in actually is that these quadruple A games, like, what makes them quadruple A? Because I don't really see.
The budget. It's the
Yeah.
budget and the
Other than that,
development time,
It's
and
the
that's
catering prices for the crew apparently.
yep. It's their little sandwiches when they're taking their breaks. But no, in all seriousness, it's like I look at it and I don't by any means like I don't want everything to go back to a 2D side scroller. But if we get some of those here and there, that's awesome. And if we
yeah.
get something that's like a 2.5, cool. If we get 3Ds, but they're not like super dense on the landscapes and stuff, that's fine. Like I don't need I don't need all the bells and whistles all the time, and sometimes you can do more with less. Like I would argue on a lot of these situations they complain about trying to hit these different frame rates, trying to hit these different resolutions and stuff. Drop the resolution, focus on more of your features like ambient occlusion, like super sampling, like all these different things that you could do to modify the game to make it look better at a lower frame rate or lower resolution or frame rate, whichever works. But you could make better experiences faster. And then we probably wouldn't see as much turnaround or as many people losing jobs either because
Well,
these budgets are out of control.
Well, Cypher, and I'm sorry to jump in, and but I'd just like to say that if you look at a team like Remedy, what they're able to do with Alan Wake 2, a
Mhm.
team like that is proving that you can still have that, that big budget Hollywood feel type in your game and not, break the bank, so to speak.
Yes.
So it takes a very special expertise and team in order to understand that philosophy to be able to pull it off. That's why I think that a lot of these teams and Totoki mentioned it on the PlayStation side. It basically throwing some people under the bus, saying you guys have to do a better job of utilizing your resources because I'm sure that he sees Power World be made for a few $1 million, a few $100 million, and then it's blowing up. So as a money person, you're sitting back, and we can debate the artistic style and all that good stuff, but I think that's basically shots fired to like a naughty dog from within, like saying scale down a little bit because
Oh
what
yeah.
so what I think that actually we may see coming out of the PlayStation camp going forward is you're gonna have in order to satisfy their base, right, with the quality and the production that they're used to, you're gonna have these games be more like the Miles Morales experience, where they're going to sell you a full price game, but it's not going to be that full package meal. I can definitely see them heading towards that route if Totoki has any say in it, at least.
Yeah, we also saw in the leaks that they seem to, well, some of their plans is, I guess they're gonna break down some of their bigger games, so maybe into two, three parts,
See,
There you
in
go.
order
Yep.
to, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so let me
So,
Yep.
so
no.
let me say
I,
something about this, right?
Yeah, go for it.
So the reason we started seeing kind of like these open world games, and I think I remember when we started coming the Xbox One generation, it was EA, right? They were saying we have to build these humongous worlds and that are
Yeah,
100 hours.
and Ubisoft. And
And
Ubisoft.
the thing is, because of the pricing of games, they have felt that a lot of people are saying, well, hey, I need to make sure that I give whoever's buying my game what some people consider $60, right? And one of the things that I personally never liked is kind of putting a value to an experience. And what I mean by that is I've paid what sometimes 50, 20, whatever price, and I feel that some games that cost me $2 were much more amazing than a $60 experience,
Absolutely. Yep.
Absolutely.
or,
yeah,
or
absolutely.
vice versa. I One of my favorite games, which is just a niche, or what I would say is kind of like is the Order of 1886. Not something that's going to set the world on fire. It was $60, but I personally felt that the time, the length of that game was perfect, and I
What a
didn't
great
mind
game that
playing
was.
it.
Yep.
To
Now,
your
maybe what we can see when it comes to shorter games, like one of the games I've been playing, like Banishers, right, is not that long. Another game I got that I actually started, but I'm gonna restart, that I played during the Steam Net Fest, is called The Inquisitor, and it's a crazy game. The Inquisitor, think of it as like The Witcher meets Buffy the Vampire Slayer, where God got off the cross and murked all the Romans, and now he kind of uh, owns the area. This game gives you the illusion that it's open world, but it's literally a linear 6 to 8 hour experience that gives you a very concise story with some mechanics that they're putting in there that's not being reinvented, but kind of keeps you intrigued. And I think that we need to go back to shorter experiences, and also engage with different price points, right? $40, $30. And it doesn't mean that the game's bad, but for the amount of content maybe, and this whole thing of, bloating it over, like 100 hours in, if I have to do another mission where I have to go save somebody's dog just to get a goddamn pellet or something, I'm just like, God, I don't want to do
Yeah, I
Yeah,
started
yeah.
I started feeling that with Assassin's Creed Odyssey since I recently beat it. There was times that like they were telling me, okay, you have to talk to 3 people to complete this mission just to get to the mission where you got to kill the person just to get to that mission. And after a while, I was like, what is going on right now? Like, are you sending me on fetch quest? And that's
or go
exactly
get
what they were
like
doing.
pigeons, get like 100 pigeons just to get like a thank you note. I'm like, nah, I'm not down with that. I hate New York pigeons anyway.
Yeah.
So, to your point, when you were talking about like the cost of games too, right? Because you mentioned the idea of like, oh, I got a $2 game that I sat there and I played for hours and hours and hours, right? Brotato, prime
Oh man,
example.
what a great game!
It's
Brotato,
awesome.
now granted, it's on Game Pass, so if no one has played it, like jump into it. But even if you don't, it's $5, right? I just hit 50 hours in that game.
Yep.
Wow.
And it didn't feel like I spent near
All right,
that.
I'm downloading it. Hold
Why?
on.
Eh,
Potato's awesome, man. Do it.
You
And
never
it's
well,
so
played
and
and
potatoes?
it's so simple.
Oh,
Also,
it's
it's a
fantastic.
simple it's a simple gameplay loop. But
Yeah.
I
exactly.
I think what happens is, and again, I'm not here to tell any developer or anyone, how to use a budget. But it seems like in the indie space that they're trying to, make a name for themselves. When you have less to work with, you sort of prioritize and you scope the things that are more important. And sometimes I don't want every other game to be a cinematic movie or some point. I love them, but I would love to see the ideas of what we saw during the PS2, Xbox One, OG Xbox, PS3. These kind of different ideas that they may not all pan out, but they were like fun. And when you play them now,
Yep.
you're like, man, they took chances and they took risks. And they're kind of unique.
Well, and look at something like this goes back because you mentioned the gameplay loop, and it goes back to the original Halo. Uh, I don't know if you guys had the bonus disc or ever saw like the making of or
Yeah.
the dev commentary, but they
Yep.
talk about the idea of that 30 seconds of fun and repeating that, like kicking it in a loop and just having that 30 seconds over and over and over again.
Hmm.
And that's what that game is. Like that's what Brotato is. You do your run, it's only like a minute. You get more weapons. You've got that constant like dopamine feed where it's like, "Oh, sweet, I just got a new weapon. Now I'm going to play again." Then you go again and again and again. And like every full run that you do is like 15 or 20 minutes, but on the scale of things compared to most games that's really minimal, and it adds up so fast that like all of a sudden you're like, oh dear lord, 2 full days worth of gaming on this thing. How did that happen? And my son just mentioned, he's like, no, I couldn't tell you spent 2 full days on that. He's like, every time I came over to you and asked you if you wanted to play a game, you were like, no, I'm playing Brotato. I was like, so I guess I definitely did put in the time, but I think that's the thing, right? Is like you can have a small budget. You can make a really good, compelling game that's got addictive gameplay. You don't have to break the bank on it. I don't need a $300 million Spider-Man 2 every time you release a game.
Let, let,
I'd rather you make other projects as well,
let, let,
smaller scale.
let me ask this, and I guess I'll go to Plume. Um, do you think, and everyone can chime in, do you think that there need to be less games? So, if you guys remember during the Nintendo days, right, when Nintendo's, even though they're still number one, um, they sort of said, hey, you can only release 5 games this year, in this calendar year, and any other publisher that wanted to could not release games, to the point that Konami made a label, Ultra Games, to actually release games because Nintendo said, no, no, I only need
Yeah,
you to release this much games.
so
Do
they
you
could
think
cheat the system.
do you think we need sort of a thing where we let third parties, right, um, make their games that are there, and then sort of the first party kind of scale a little bit back and kind of trickle in some of those amazing first party experiences? Because it seems that we may not have time, or people may not have time, and they can get lost. Do you think less games should be made as well? What do you think, Paul?
Yeah, I mean, I think if anything, there needs to be like less saturation of the market. I mean, especially now with these subscription services. I mean, like just right now. Apparently, Dead Island 2 just dropped into Game Pass, and I'm excited and I've downloaded it. But like that's just adding to like 10, 15, 20 games right now that I have loaded up on my console, smaller games, some bigger games that I just want to play through all these games. And there's no way I'm going to be able to get through and play through all of them. But there's a major saturation. I think a lot of companies are realizing this, especially that when we saw like I would say like the kickoff of these big games as a service multiplayer games where people just spend all of their hours into it. You think about Fortnite, right? People still only play Fortnite, and then there's like a new competitor that comes in, but people just want to stay on that one game. So if you're oversaturating it with tons of releases over and over again, the games aren't just going to get the attention that they deserve. And then when it comes to like Xbox specifically, like they have so many first party games in their ecosystem right now in their portfolio. Yes, I know some are dropping on to PlayStation. I know that's the hot topic right now, but they have so many of those games. I think like you build and you build and you build all those games, and then you just keep them, and then you drop them, you drip them into Game Pass, you drip them out. And when there's a low time, because if Matt Booty said at the business update, didn't he say there's 10 first party games that they're going to be releasing this year?
Yeah.
Which is like, no one's playing all 10 of these first party games, right? No one's completing all 10 of these, especially with all of like third party games coming into the service, the bi-weekly drops that they do for Game Pass. Like there's just such a huge saturation. So I'm just thinking like you drip these slowly to make sure that there's constant marketing for something like Game Pass and for your ecosystem, and then you'll have always something. There'll never be a 2022 ever again. But yeah, I think definitely there's like a huge oversaturation right now in the market. Everybody is looking at these 100-hour games and they're thinking, how can I play all these? Especially if you're an adult, right? Like you have so many other things you have to do. And again, it goes back to Silence Point, which I'm just looking at my list of like stuff that I've been playing recently. Banishers, I think that's like a 20-hour or so game. That's a shorter one. I've been playing through Solar Ash, which is like a 6-hour game, and it's like a older indie 3D platformer. There's a game called Go Mecha Ball that they just launched into Game Pass a couple weeks ago, which is kind of like a potato, but it's obviously like a different art style and theme and stuff. But these are just smaller games, and when I have 30 minutes or an hour, I want to be able to jump into a game and know that I'm going to progress in some form. But when you have all these huge, massive ones and such a big selection of games to play, it's just like it's daunting for a lot of people. Sometimes you get that like paralyzed feeling of I don't even want to play anything because there's just too much to choose from.
Decision paralysis. Yep.
Yeah, like I've been playing Nightingale that just came out.
Yeah.
And that's a situation where I get addicted, and then I'm like, wait, I was playing these other games, and now the next day when I want to choose, hey, maybe do I stop playing Nightingale because I got to continue to learn this game and it's intriguing, but then I'm looking at Persona looking at me and saying, hey, you haven't come back, and next thing you know, next week it's going to be like the next game, and I still have Sea of Stars that I have midway through, so it's definitely you get that paralysis.
You gotta take it one at a time. Like I kind of did this year, where it's like I'm not gonna fall for the FOMO until I beat that game. So Prince of Persia right now is what needs to be beat until I move on to the next one.
Well, and look at most of these games that are coming out nowadays too, right? Like if you go back to these games a year, 2, 3 years later, visually they still look great. Like
Absolutely.
I just went back and I played through Rise, Son of Rome, and that game to this
that
day
game looks
On
amazing.
console or PC, Silent?
on console even.
Nice.
On console it still looks amazing, and I'm just like, you guys did this on the Xbox One. We're we're a generation past now, plus like multiple hardware refreshes, and this thing still looks really good.
Yeah.
So
look
it's
at Dying Light. I didn't play Dying Light 1. I didn't finish Dying Light 1 till I think 2 months before Part 2 came out.
Yeah.
And it was an amazing game. I played it before, but I never finished it. And when I looked at the content that they put in there, it was amazing. And look at Dying Light 2, same situation. I never got to finish it because I had something that happened with my save. But when I look at the game now and I'm going to replay it at one point, it's like night and day with the dismemberment system, all these things that they put in that it's basically a brand new game in a
Yeah.
way.
I think in the past, I think there were always those negative responses for us, like when we'd go back and we'd try and jump back into our backlogs, because it's like, oh god, well the game's aging really fast. But again, like it feels like these last few generations, realistically, you go back to these games and they hold up extremely well. So even if it gets kicked into your backlog, so what? Like you jump into it and it's either had a patch update, or if you're playing it on PC, it's going to look really good because of the settings there. Like even something simple like Condemned, the original Condemned on 360, you go back and you look at that, and even just the atmospheric, like the all of like the actual walls, like the floors, everything is very well detailed
Those
and
birds were
still
freaky,
holds up.
man.
Dude,
Those
the
Yeah.
birds
birds.
were super freaky. I remember walking, like, it was one of my very first experiences with that game. I looked down, and when you look at the floor, you see like these nuts and bolts, these little
Yeah.
nicks and like cuts in the wood on the floor. You're just like, holy crap, this looks like you literally just pulled this from a room in my house. Like it looks good.
It was dope, and that
Yeah.
mannequin
You got
scene
birds in
too
your house?
was
That's what I like to
I got birds in my house. Yeah.
Lou, I know you're the captain tonight. You've been cruising and taking us to a direction. But guys, I'm gonna have to bow out. I gave my word at 9 I would be done. So I just want to say
Awesome.
thank you one more time. Congratulations on 100 episodes,
Thank you.
guys. And honestly, it was a pleasure being here, talking to everybody that passed by. Vargas, we've never interacted before, not that I can remember, but good talking to you. Dark always, Lou, Sourblow,
Thanks,
Cypher,
man.
Plume.
Thank
You
you.
guys are awesome, man. And again, thank you so much for giving me a spot on your 100th show.
Thank you so much for coming to hang out
Take it
with
easy,
us.
man.
It's
Yeah,
been
that was
awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
man.
Take it easy. We gotta
Thank you
bring
for
you
coming to
later
Nintendo
on.
International. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. Ooh, you baby. Let's
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Yes. Jay, what do you think?
I'm opposite. I think that
Oh
you
no.
can't get enough of the content put out. It's kind of like how the way things are now. Microwave, streaming music. You have Steam. They have I don't know how many titles on there. So if Game Pass is gonna be the beast that it should be, you need the content. So you have to kind of flood it right now to get people to come in. So someone like me, I probably play like 6 games at a time. I go Call of Duty, Killer Instinct, um, World War Z Aftermath. Then I flip over to the other console that I don't want to mention right now, play a couple games there, and then I come
Really?
back and I play Madden. Like I'm all over the place. So for me, I can't consume enough, and for me, keep it coming. I enjoy it. I love it.
Yeah, I what I personally think is we need. I think there should be like some sort of I don't know what to call it, an agency or like a group that kind of evaluates games and kind of like if your game is not like if it's if it needs time cooking, like they don't give it like an approved seal. Kind of like I think Nintendo used to do that back then. Like you
That
needed an
gold seal.
approval seal. Yeah,
You mean
if
the
you ain't
Nintendo
get
Super Quality?
that, then that game is not coming out. Because I feel a lot of these games sometimes they're coming too rushed, or they need more time, or sometimes the game is not good enough.
Day one patches.
AKA Skull and Bones.
It
Just saying.
it it points to a situation where the certification process has probably been laxed quite a bit, just across the consoles in general. Because you look at the amount of games that come out, like even if you just go on the Xbox store or any of the storefronts that you're used to going to, you go in there and there's so many games that are starting to come out again, where it's like a bunch of small things that are kind of like shovelware. And you get to that point in these generations, right, where like stuff just starts getting kicked out for the sake of achievements or for the sake of a super low price. this stuff happens like every generation. And it's like the certifications are really strict when the systems first come out. The like you have to go through, and sometimes your game gets kicked back for certs. Sometimes when you're releasing updates for those games, it gets kicked back for certs. It feels like that's loosened up quite a bit because yeah, like you're not seeing a bunch of massive games, but you're seeing a bunch of the shovelware stuff kicking out. And that's always kind of a bummer. Like looking in the store, you've got to go through a couple pages of crud before you see one of the good games that just released. It's always a bummer, but such is.
All right, guys,
But
real quick. Oh, sorry. Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. But also, Silent, just to say that you have people that are achievement hunters, and they want to get all those points and add them up and get that $10, or somebody got a Series S by putting all the Game Pass stuff in and getting all the points, and they actually purchase one. You have people that just want to go and do that, and I mean, for that person, hey, to each his own. I don't knock it.
I think that's what's killed achievements for a lot of people too, right? Is like if you can get a $1.99 game and you burn through all 1,000 achievements in like 3 minutes, like an Avatar situation back on the 360, it's like it degrades the experience for everyone else, which is why I kind of hope that we see improvements to the achievement system moving forward too. But anyways, sorry, quick side tangent.
Okay, what I was gonna say is I know this is episode 100. This is a special episode, but we can't all keep forever. But what I'm gonna go through, I want to go through each one and just get one final thing you guys want to like chime in and talk about. It could be anything. It could be any news, anything you guys saw around. It could be the Elden Ring. No, not Cowboy Veronica. Dark. I don't want to talk
Nope.
about that. But let's start with you, Joe. I see you're back.
Oh, actually, I came back to say goodbye. My internet's not working well, but I couldn't leave just like that. Like, all right, the internet's dead. I'm out now. I gotta say, thank you for having me. Um, Congratulations on the 100. It's not an easy thing to do. It's not easy to podcast. I know people think it's just talking. Entertain people is not easy, and keep it on a consistent level is also very, very good to you guys to see you guys do it. I hope much more success for you guys. When it comes to me, I don't have a YouTube channel. You guys know me from WBG, but right now, anybody in the chat, don't follow me. Follow these guys. Subscribe to their channel. Join their channel. If you do that, that's good with me, bro. So everybody, have a good night. Louis, Plume, Silent. I can't see the letters. I'm sorry. Sour. The other two guys. I'm sorry. I can't see your names on the screen.
Jay Vargas. Yeah.
Vargas and the other. I'm sorry. I apologize. Really can't see
too many.
Why the screen is so small? Anyway, have a good night. I got supposedly another show to go into. I don't even know if I can do that. So everybody, good night. Have a good rest of the day.
Right, thank you, Joe.
And
Thank
to
you.
another 1,000, Louis, tell him 1,000.
1,000. Just
10,000.
salute.
All right, guys, later.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, make sure
I guess I'll say my next thing too because I have to go.
Yeah,
how do I close this?
But no, hey guys,
Close the window.
Just go. Sorry, how
All right, I'll kick you out. All right.
I'm used to StreamYards. This thing is weird.
Take
I'm
care.
closing the window. I'm closing the window. All right, guys.
I guess only 10 episodes that lasted, right? But it's been great, seeing you guys 100 episodes. Like I said before earlier, it's not easy. It's not easy to get there, and I think each day coming in, we just having fun, and having a good time, joking around with each other. So, I wish you guys continued success, and I always be in the chat talking smack, and like I said before, Louis at 500 episodes, you'll probably either be here or have twins or something.
Huh? What?
It's gonna be sooner than that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
He's gonna have triplets. Wait till you have triplets.
All I want to say lastly as well is, that was an amazing Nintendo Direct. That's why we should be called Nintendo International. And some awesome games. That Unicorn Overlord was amazing. Silent, take that Switch from your doorstep and download it today and try the demo out.
What?
All right. Later.
Sorry, you're breaking up. What was that?
All right. Later, guys.
All right, man. Take care.
Take care,
Later,
man.
man. Later, man.
Jake,
Thanks for coming
later.
over.
Thanks for coming over.
Was it Crazy Thousand Loot Gaming?
No, I think that's something like he points that out, and I don't know, like for people who are listening or watching us, that's definitely a point in time where like things got really weird, really scary for us for a minute, right? Because we had Dark with us. We had gone through like a dozen shows roughly. We were starting to get into a groove. We were starting to get there. And then all of a sudden what we knew got snatched right from our from our arms, and it's basically like, hey, this whole thing's gonna get changed, right? So like right off the bat, it was that like fight to survive type of thing, and we struggled. Like I'm not gonna lie, we struggled for
we did. Well,
tens of episodes.
He was basically the person that was kind of like directing the show. Like
he was
speaking.
the lead. He was the lead.
Yeah, so it was hard. Definitely.
So it's good that we managed to make it and that we didn't kill each other in the process. Because I know for a long time, like it was a struggle, and I think it helped us a lot. Like when Plume entered the picture, I feel like there's just a really good mesh with our personalities, and I feel like that helped a lot. I feel like his very genuine Canadian nature also helped with the fact that like Sour and myself love to pester Louis on a regular basis, and Plume does too, but he does it in a much nicer way than I do.
Yeah, Plume's my number one fan. Plume tells me
what?
That's because I believe every story Louis tells me. Have you ever met somebody who's drank 150 beers?
Exactly.
Beers, that's amazing.
Exactly. It's amazing. Louis breaking records out here.
But anyways, back to it. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail.
Vargas, anything you want to like, any topic you want to like touch in?
Well, I just wanted to say, for me, I followed Mr. Joanna Dark to you guys. This is how I discovered you guys, and immediately, you guys were like welcoming. We developed some friendships, I'd like to say, and I talked to Sour, and he gave me advice, and recently, Crazy Lou gave me some advice, and we had a conversation.
Be careful.
You might not want to take those advice.
Don't water.
No. I think it was solid advice. I'm
just playing.
This was actually before he left on his trip, and we talked, and he just he gave me some solid advice, and I'm gonna follow that because I'm gonna like everybody knows, I'm gonna try to make my own podcast with my group of friends, or it might have to be something by myself. Me and Sour talked about that, but I really hope that me and my guys get it together and we can really get everything going because, right now is the best time. Somebody said this is the golden age of gaming, and I feel that it is, and I just want to be a part of that, that group that has a, good discussion, keeps it positive. I want to be a productive part of the community, and you guys, like, make me feel like I'm part of the community, honestly. Like, from us playing the few Fridays that we played. So, like I said, having conversations, which is great. Me and Sourblow had a baseball league, and that went up in flames, but it was still fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun for how far it went.
Yeah, I mean, it was still, it gave us a reason to all, chat or whatever, and it was just fun. And like this is like an extension of that. To me, it's like being in a party chat. And it's great. I love it. I think that this is phenomenal, and you guys do an awesome job. Even if you don't get a super chat, you try to read the chats. That's how I got involved with you guys. I would put my 2 cents into it, and you guys would actually read it. Like, there's not too many people that would do that. A lot of people have big heads, and you don't. Plume, I followed Plume for the longest time when he used to have his friend in his room, and the beers also. The beer of the week.
The beers were awesome.
Yeah, I gotta
we need to get back to that.
I gotta find my friend. I don't know.
I drank Aperol spirits today. It was nice.
I'm on the hard stuff. Agua.
Yeah. But, hard stuff. I was drinking some whiskey.
He's about to pull out the real hard stuff.
That's my IPA water. But it's been a great experience with you guys, and I really appreciate you guys tremendously. Like I
Yeah,
can't say
man.
enough about you guys.
Thank you.
I just want to say real quick to you, best of wishes on your project. And,
Yes.
I kind of know a little bit of the idea, and I think it's a great idea. I think when people, uh, once you have it figured out and once you present it, I think a lot of people will like it. So, best of luck.
Execution is what needs to get done. So I'm praying on that right now.
It'll happen. It'll happen. Just try to start. I'll say
Can
that.
can I say, being someone who doesn't know anything about the idea, the thing I will say though is like you said, we've got that relationship. Like we've seen you forever. We've been talking with you like all the time. We've played games with you. If there's stuff we can do to kind of help, like
Yeah.
as you do this, reach out. Like
Of
shoot the
course.
link to your show, do all that type of stuff. Like the more that we get these voices out there, the better it is for the community. So if there's any way we can help, obviously, like don't hesitate to shoot us a message. One of us knuckleheads will respond to you. It might be Louie, and I apologize for that, but we
What?
will do
Hey,
we will do what we can for you one way or another.
I give good advice, man. I'm good.
Yeah, yeah. I just want you to know, if he ever tells you to water your computer,
Oh,
run.
no, 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 no,
Run.
no, 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 no.
Don't do
Every,
that.
every time there's tech questions, I set it as sour. That's sour. I do that.
All right,
Clean your
guys. Keep
console with soap.
keep going. I'll be right back.
Wait, who's gonna ask next? Was it gonna be me? Because I always get left out with everything.
Hey, Crazy, what are your thoughts on this?
Oh man, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go deep emotional, guys. I mean,
Oh
wow.
no.
Yeah,
Pause.
wait, is that deep emotional? Is like a perverted thing?
Anyways,
Is
continue. Sorry.
okay.
Sorry,
All right.
sorry.
All right. Yeah, no, we're all kids. We're all kids. Man, I'm happy we reached this 100 episode. I mean, this has been a rocky, crazy journey. I mean, I remember when we started, our first 5 episodes were great. Then 95 episodes were all about ABK deal. Probably not that
God, it
much.
feels like it.
Yeah, it
At
is.
least 50, it feels
At
like. Yeah.
50, I mean, it's probably like 80 episodes into
Oh,
ABKD. Oh
man.
my god, we talked
I don't
the
even
thing.
I don't even want to know how many videos I've made.
I
Oh lord,
Dude, this has been going for a couple of years, right? So like
yeah.
you multiply that out and it's
Oh,
terrifying.
it's terrifying. We talked ABK down the way, but other than that, I mean, we have such amazing guests. We had the Light HD, we had Jazz, we had a bunch of great, amazing people on this show. I mean, wow, it's been amazing. We had Elaine on our show, which is a developer. We also had we have Miles Dompier, which oh my god, I mean that news, and I gotta say it, man. Killer Clowns coming soon, man. That's something that got me really happy last night. I mean, I was like, wow, finally some great gaming news out there because hey, man, why not? We need to hear more great stuff on gaming news. But yeah, episode 100, guys, it's nuts on all the stuff we went through to get here. You guys are the best team. You guys are my best friends. You guys are my brothers. And podcasting is really it's intense, it's hard how we sit there, we talk things through on how we're going to come on the show, what news we're going to talk about each and every single day. We talk about what's going on Twitter and everything. It's just crazy fun stuff. And get me this, like for example, we all have our own private things in life. I'm not a person like to talk about too much about my private life, but for example, I got my grandma that she has cancer in the pancreas and now moved to the liver. She doesn't have that much to live. This morning, sadly, really deeply sad, my biker brother, good friend of mine, even went to my wedding. He passed away in a motorcycle accident this very morning. It was hard news for me, but I pulled through. I said, I have to be in this 100 episode, hanging out with my crew, hanging out with this the amazing community that supports us, show us all the love they do, super chats and everything. You guys are freaking fantastic. I love you, community, with all my heart. You guys have got us here. Really appreciate you all. And hey, guys, like I said, it's hard to come on the show. Like for me today, I had to pull through and hey, man, I had a blast having all these amazing guests. I mean, really appreciate them for coming on the show, hanging out with us, man. It was just freaking fantastic. And hey, congrats to you all. Congrats to us. We reached 100. I hope we reach that 1,000 point, man. Really, not 1,000. Let's pull a little bit. Let's reach 200 at least, though. But
God,
really,
I'm
man.
going to be like 11D by the time we get to 1,000. You realize that, right?
I know, I
Yeah.
know, I know.
Whew.
But it's fun hanging out with you all. And hey, man, hey Vargas, man, you got something going good, man. Go for it. Like I said, show the love. And I always told you this: be yourself. Always be yourself, and do it with the love and passion you want to do it, man. Do it. Go for it, man. Go for it all the way. But
I
anyways,
definitely will.
guys, let's end this show because hey, man, we've been going for like almost 3 hours.
Yeah, we've been going for a while. I know Vargas actually has to go.
Yeah,
So
Vargas has to go. Let's start
yeah.
off with you, Vargas. Please, brother. Thank you again for joining us on this 100 episode. Please tell everybody where they can find you, sir.
Right now, it's just Twitter X at Jason456, JSIN456, and pretty much that's about it. Sickle Shells is my gamer tag on Xbox, so you can catch me there whenever.
All right, all right, all right. Now our sexy, handsome captain. Please tell everybody where they can find you, sir.
All right. Well, first off, before I jump into that, chat, thank you guys so much. Everyone who kicked in super chats, memberships, all that stuff. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. Even if you just came to hang out with us, that is awesome. I love seeing the names out there in the chat. It was awesome to see some names that I don't think I've seen in the chat before. It's just like, when you see that, reach out. Like even if it doesn't happen all the time, it's cool to see all the people in our community and cool to see names pop up every now and then that maybe you haven't seen or maybe you haven't seen for a while. I think that's the coolest thing about this community is like no matter what's going on, like we're all here for each other to an extent. And it's like DMs are always open, right? Like if something comes up, hit us up. Like it might take us a second for us to see it because I don't know about you guys, my phone sucks at notifications, but when I see it, I'll respond. Like I think that's this community is really inclusive in general. Now, granted, we've seen some of the gross side of things over the last couple weeks,
Yeah,
but that's not the majority of the people. I'd say those are some mustard hearts, to be fair. But yeah, so thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching us and continuing to hang out and support us. As far as where you can find me, you're probably not going to find me anymore this week. I have some stuff I got to take care of, so I won't be on Boom Show on Friday, but make sure to go over there, hang out, support those guys, say hi to everyone in the panel. Make sure you give them grief or say something terrible and say Cypher did it. Besides that, you'll see me here next Wednesday, hopefully, barring family stuff, 7 p.m. Eastern as usual. And I've got some other things in the works that I can't talk about yet that are a little bit longer term, but I am working on my Fiverr account, getting my VO demo squared away so I can actually start doing some stuff on there too on the voice acting side. So just keep your eyes out. You'll find me on Twitter mainly being an Ass Goblin. Besides that, thank you all for hanging out, and panel, thank you for tolerating my shenanigans.
Oh man. And now the handsome Jason Biggs, best baseball player up there in Canada, Mr. Plume. Please tell everybody where they can find you, sir.
Well, first of all, this was a great episode. Happy I could be here for the 100. I been joining you guys way after you guys started, so I was maybe the happy to help you get to the 100 after starting from maybe episode 50 or something. I don't know, but it's been great. It's been great meeting you guys and talking to you guys on a daily basis and hanging out and everything. So, you can find me on YouTube of Plume Network and Twitter Plume Network, and and anytime anybody in the community has questions, wants to reach out, any advice or anything, feel free to hit me up. My DMs are open. Jay Vargas, you as well. It's open for you as well. So, good having you on, and awesome show, guys. And again, this turnout today was incredible. I like I know I talk a lot when I'm by myself on my channel, but I like when there's a crowd sitting back and just listening. I like just fading off into the background. And there were some great conversations today, so that was a lot of fun.
Kicking back and just eating some popcorn, just watching the fireworks, right? Real quick, just because he's not going to do it much himself, but honestly, like Plume does content every day. It pops up on my phone every morning. Go in there, kick him a subscribe, make sure that you've got him on there, make sure you've got the notifications, because the dude works harder than most of the folks out here.
That's a lot of work.
Yep,
Yeah.
he's a hashtag. He's the best insider out there. I mean, hashtag insider.
He didn't turn coat when things went sour
Exactly.
over the last couple weeks, so you got to respect it.
We didn't either. We
Appreciate
just sit there hanging in back. We talked about it, but we didn't go crazy. And speaking about crazy, Sourblow, since you're one of the crazy cats out here,
No,
please
you're
tell
the
everybody-
crazy one.
No, actually,
You and Ham.
Oh, he crazy. He the
Which
true
actually,
crazy one.
shout out quickly to Ham. He was gonna be here today, but he was sick, so he couldn't make it. So shout out to Ham Soto.
Hope you get feeling better soon, man.
Yes, definitely.
But please tell everybody where they
Oh.
can find you, sir.
Okay, before I forget, which I always try to do, Fridays there's XBI and Espanol
Oh.
at the
Clip
Xbox
it.
International
Clip
en
it.
Espanol. Clip
Clip
this.
it, please.
Clip
Please.
this.
And throw
Go
it in their
follow
face.
Elvio and Eternal Shaddai. No, because they're always coming at me because supposedly I don't mention it, but
Exactly.
they don't watch the whole show, I guess. But anyway, you can find me here. You can find me Twitter, Sourblow 18, Xbox Sourblow 18, which lately I've been playing more on my ROG Ally, to be honest, because I'm basically the games I'm playing. I got them on PC, and I don't know. It's just I've been having more time to play with the ROG Ally, so. I do want to say thank you to everyone that came by, stopped by, whether you came as a part of the panel and you chimed in. Thank you to everyone. Thank you, Jay Vargas. Thank you, everyone. I know, unfortunately, not everyone had enough time to talk a lot. Because we did have a lot of people. So thank you, everyone.
What a
And
episode.
thank you for everyone in the chat. Everyone that is a channel member, everyone that super chatted, but even everyone that just it's not even a member, that's just was enjoying the conversation and listening to us. We truly appreciate this. And hopefully we could make it to 500 episodes, 1,000 episodes. Who knows how long it takes? How far we can go. So, but we do enjoy this and we do have fun, and it's a pleasure, being with you guys.
Thanks, man. Well, where can you find the crazy ones? Simple and easy. You can find me at Twitter X at Crazy Louie Gaming, where I do good morning videos and do all sorts of crazy, nutty stuff. Oh, so you can find me on Mondays on the Xbox Lunch Break Special over there, the Double Barrel Gaming YouTube channel with Mr. Boomstick, Mr. Fuzzy Belvedere, and Gamsley. Yeah, because Web Dave actually got a job, so he'll be coming back soon. But yeah, Mr. Web Dave is also on there. And like always, here hanging out with you on Wednesdays on the Xbox International Podcast at 7 p.m. ET. And like I say, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also hit that bell so it can tell you when XBI content comes on. And remember, let's go, let's rock, and let's have a fun we party. Yeah, 100 episode. Let's go. Oh crap! I think I'm gonna burn the computer.
Oh, Jesus. Oh boy.
All right, goodbye.
Thanks, everyone.
Hey guys.
Later, guys.
Where's the outro? Hold on.
Did you lose the outro again?
Yes, I did. All right, there it is.
Def-
Ladies and gentlemen, we've arrived at our destination. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain turns off this live stream. On behalf of Xbox International, I'd like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we're looking forward to seeing you aboard next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.